All right. Well, with that, let's get into it, gentlemen. Are you ready to play some D&D?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
just feeding my dog real
Let's
quick.
be wizards.
No worries.
I
No.
just want to say I love that I just want to say I love how I get first level spell slot, or sorry, first level spells, but no first level spell slots.
Yeah. Being a half caster, it makes it real interesting. I think
Same with me.
I think rangers are the same, and I believe certain warlocks are built similar. I'd have to double check that last part though. Anyways, last time we left off, the party had decided to follow the trail of the other morph trolls that they had managed to avoid in their first encounter, in hopes of completing their quest. However, and unbeknownst to them, the 20 they had counted seemed to have shrunk to 10, and while two were easily cornered and another two taken down by Tuntun, the leader would attempt to force the party into a tight squeeze. Though with some quick thinking and a few good rolls, Gygax would easily manage to scare off the leader in the fancy leather armor, causing the rest of the trolls who had followed to flee as well. The group would give chase, managing to corner the remaining 6 trolls and strange white-dressed figurine that would later turn out to be a Toth, supposedly having arrived with a mysterious Bardrus creature. Though the man could not be found, the party would begin their return to their city, to the rest of the... the party would begin to return to the city to rest and bring the troll hostages with them, even after his insistence to be let free. Though the party was, as they were fleeing, the sounds of the dangerous spiders could be heard, and the strange crackling of stones around them would begin as the ground would shake. However, as the party begins to turn, poor Tuntun's stomach begins to gurgle, and I would like to start this off with a fortitude save from Tuntun.
Always. Does a 12 save me?
You start to feel your stomach kind of expanding. You feel fuller, Tuntun. The rest of you start to notice slightly that Tuntun is looking like he's kind of bloating a little bit, as you turn to see the group of spiders heading into the main area. The rest of the party who also took bites of the trolls, please go ahead and give me some fortitude saves. Which is pretty much everyone but dudes.
I rolled a 6.
Nice.
Oh no.
Oh no. Or is it like a, oh, okay, oh no.
Alright.
I rolled a 13.
Nice!
I only bit one arm. I'll say that.
You're right, which is the good news. You feel as your stomach begins to rumble, Melvin, gurgling and swaying as the pressure starts to build up, and something as if feeling like it's expanding inside your stomach, it starts to bloom out. You take 2 points of poison damage.
Nope.
Alright, the rest of you succeed for the time being. As you all
just hear a little purr. Sorry.
noting, beholders don't have anuses. That was fully.
It just come out of your mouth.
I don't want to talk about it.
As the rancid smell on the air begins to fill, the party, seeing the spiders coming down, begin to turn as they find themselves at the entrance. The ground around them shaking, rumbling. While you all get ready to give me a quick initiative roll, please also give me a will save for the whole party.
15 initiative,
Got a
11 will.
Okay.
Low rolls
Said
today.
initiative and
I
what?
used all my luck last session.
Post initiatives in the chat as well as a will save.
Will was a 21,
Okay.
and initiative was also a 5.
Alright, one sec. I will be coming back to that in a second. You said 25 or 5, Melvin?
5 for initiative.
Thank you. Alright.
God Damn,
15
Copeland,
on both.
You're wrong well today. Let's keep that ball rolling.
Yeah.
I'm not rolling that dice anymore.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, initiative was the 15. Okay. Nice. And then let me see. So I got Gygax. Dudes, what was yours? Oh, never mind. I see it.
7 will, 7 initiative.
Ouch. What's what's your motto? Oh wait,
If
you've
I get
also
another 7.
Oh,
that's with the
Aldrin
modifier.
and Dutes, both of you roll initiative again because you both have literally. Well, actually, Dutes and Aldrin, or sorry, not Aldrin. My apologies. I was
You
looking
know,
at.
I'll take it. I'll take it fair. I'll
It's
take
been a long
that,
day.
Jasmine. Okay, it's fine. I'll roll it one more time.
Who am I missing? Gygax, Dutes, Melvin. Oh, Tun, duh.
Hey DM, this
Yes.
is the Monster Monday game.
I know it's one of those things, man. I've been in and out of meetings. This last
Here.
of your day a little bit. All right, Gygax and Tun. What are your dex scores?
Mine is a 14.
Okay. And Gygax.
I got a +1.
I know, but what's your dex?
Oh, 13.
Okay, so Tun will go first, because you guys tied on your initiative.
Tun being slower is faster reaction.
Then the great mimic. All
I
right.
mean, have you seen how quickly a snapping, like an alligator snapping turtle, can just go like on people? I mean,
As you all around you look about, the ground begins to shake, the cave seems to rumble, causing each of you to look about, a little worried, but without anything noticing. The spiders seem to come flowing in, both groups of 3, flowing right into the air, into the cave, and coming towards you lot. With the initiative at the top. The first group of spiders are going to go in, I assume, with Tun at the back was the thing, or Tun at the back with Gygax, Dutes, and Melvin towards the front when you guys were leaving. Is that correct?
yeah, I was at the front when I was
Yes,
leaving,
also-
so I guess I would be in the back right now.
Yep. Turning around. Mm-hmm.
Coltec does bring up a fair point. You did say 4 spiders.
I did. What? Wait, did I?
Last session you said
You
there was
did.
4
I
spiders
did.
that met with us.
I did count that. Yes. My apologies. Let me check something.
Unless we all get hit in the head and now we're seeing 2 extras.
Maybe that's what the will save was.
You
know, we're seeing
do.
double now.
You do see 6 in total currently. Yes. That number is correct. As you look over, you see the 2 groups of 3 spiders coming towards you. All right, the first group is going to charge forth, coming forward from that entrance. They have, double checking it. They're gonna climb up onto the sides of the walls and begin moving to get another 20 feet forward onto the ceiling. As the first group of 3 stands above. And they are going to begin shooting web down, focusing on Tun.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let me see. So is let's see. Does a 15 hit Tun?
Does not. Actually, is it my normal AC or?
This would be, in your case, this would be touch AC.
Okay, then it would hit my touch.
Okay. But as the creature has shoots its web down towards you, you find yourself somewhat stuck in the entanglement of different fluids and. Give me a minute. Sorry, I'm reading something at the same time. You find yourself covered in this web fluid that seems to glow a slight purplish color. I need you to give me another
Ranged
fortitude
attack
save.
Can be a touch attack.
In this situation, am I reading something? One sec. Give me a second.
Yeah, because I'm just curious. Because it's.
I didn't
like a
build
range.
this spider, so this. Give me a second. I'm double
Yeah,
checking
yeah.
the spider thing now. I
Yeah,
grabbed
I'm
this.
just curious, just to make. I mean, I'd rather not get stuck, so I'm gonna try to hopefully that this is, maybe, a mistake. But if it's not, then I understand.
Give me a second to check this. Because everything looked fine when I was pulling this. This is a range touch, yes.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I
Alright.
thought I'd ask, trying to save myself.
Yeah, as you find yourself now basically grappled toward to the ground, it will be a strength check to break free from the webbing. As the creature wraps its turn, the second one is also going to shoot webbing at Melvin. For a 9, does that hit Melvin?
Wrong button. Surprisingly, no.
Yeah, as the web misses, the last one is going to follow up and also shoot at Melvin, seeing him as a threat with a 13 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. As you find yourself now pinned towards towards one of the walls, Melvin, slightly floating above the ground, you are also now stuck with webbing. Both Tuntun and Melvin, please give me fortitude saves.
Does a 17 save?
9.
It does. Melvin, you find yourself poisoned once again. Taking 1 point of poison damage as the fluid from the webbing seems to soak into your skin, causing you to feel somewhat sick as the material seems to continue to hold you into place, causing you to gag and a fever to develop. The creature seems to make a strange chittering noise as it finishes its turn. At the top, following up after that, the second group is going to do the same, climbing up onto the ceiling. All three will follow up behind and begin taking shots of webbing at Doots. Does a 22 hit Doots?
Yeah.
You find yourself pinned as well. Go ahead and give me a fortitude save. Last two are going to try to hit the treasure chest, seeing it walking around.
Just hit me with the poison. I got a 6.
Okay. Gygax does a 23 hit, I assume? Oh.
Bugger.
Yeah, I got it.
You find yourself also pinned with the fluid holding you to the ground. The creature, can you give me another fortitude save as the creatures continue making chittering noises? You take 1 point of poison damage, Doots. 9 does not succeed. Oh, not 1d20.
Damage.
Yes, correct. 1d2, sorry about that. You take 2 points, Gygax, as the poison seems to infuse into your body, finding yourself stuck to the ground. The third and final Spire, seeing that you are webbed, is going to turn and head back towards the cave another 10 feet, losing its last of its movement. Ending its turn. As you find yourselves pinned looking up at the creatures, the water kind of dripping from the ceiling, the sounds of the ground shaking all around you. Tuntun, you find yourself up with the creatures about 20 feet, or I believe 35 feet above you on the cave top. Or ceiling, looking down at you, minus the 1. The creatures seem to be staring at you intently.
Well, even if I did break out, I have literally no way to fight them. But I'm not too fond of, being constrained. So I'm gonna try to break out.
Okay. Let's see what you got. Give me a strength check.
Woohoo! That is a 6.
As you try and pull left and right, your stomach's still gurgling. You still feel yourself slightly bloating. You slam your hands down, try to slam your feet down, pushing yourself around, try and kick the webbing off. Nothing seems to work. The webbing holds you in place.
I have a question. Since the Toth was on my back, are they also webbed down, like attached to me?
The Toth is tied to your back.
Oh, that's right. So they're like double tied.
Actually, I'll roll their initiative in the background here.
So like they're stuck to me by being tied or up in a rope, and now they're also stuck because they're webbed to me.
With that kind of initiative, I don't think they're going anywhere.
All right, heard. Well, since I guess I'm not moving, can I try to break out again?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me another strength check.
Will 13 break me out?
You easily break out, pulling your feet as you get frustrated with the material, and shoving it off your other feet, managing to kind of get yourself completely free. The Toth on your back kind of seems to squawk and squeal every time you move.
Yeah, I mean, I'm able to break my arms free, but it's not like I could rip the webs off my shell.
True.
So, I don't think I can do anything else, because, yeah.
That's
yeah,
two movements. Yep. Alright, as you finish up your turn, staring menacingly up at the spiders,
yeah,
thinking about what they'll taste like.
Snapping at them, just like,
Yep.
like, come on.
The clamping noises heard. Gygax, you find yourself up. What would you like to do?
7, strength check.
First one fails as you try to break your feet, kicking away at the material that seems to hold you down. You can either, since you don't have a movement, you can try. Oh, okay, that, yeah. Really frustrated. Almost now, seeing with ease how to remove it, kind of kicking your feet about the water, the webbing dissolves away, and you can't manage to tear it away off of you with ease, popping about. The webbing is torn
I
away.
look at the spiders and yell, "I'm supposed to be the sticky one, not you."
Well, alright, the spiders are going to roll to see if they can understand you. Somehow, one of the spiders looks at you with, like, acknowledgement and looks almost like it's suddenly grew a brain cell as it stares at you at this comment, Gygax. You can see a little bit of fear in the spider's eyes as it kind of, like, slightly hesitates and curls in towards itself. But as you finish your turn...
At that moment, that spider has gained sentience, and its first thought is fear.
Oh shit, I'm about to be eaten.
Oh, I am not the predator here.
Dude, see, you are up.
Maybe they're friendly. Maybe I'm doing this all wrong. Can I say
Hold on
hello?
a second. I'm pretty sure we just watched these guys wipe out this entire enclave of trolls, and now I don't know if we really want to be here.
Exactly. You can on your next turn, Gygax. What, dudes, you are up.
No, that's what the spider was thinking.
Oh, okay, I got you. I thought you were trying to make friends with the spider. Like, you can tame it if you want to try and sell it later.
Alright, I'll try and break out.
Alright, give me a strength check. Let's see what you got.
I got an 8.
Kicking away at it, trying to cut at the material does not seem to break away. You find yourself still held in the webs. They seem to be a lot stronger as you look at the other two with a slight confusion.
Follow the trend, Caleb. Break out on your second attempt.
I will do it again.
Alright. What'd you
I got
do?
an nat 1.
Oh, wow.
Somehow you find yourself
4-2.
more entangled in the webs than before. Getting your hand kind of stuck as you try to pull it away now, kind of leaning over.
Way to break up the trend, Caleb.
I don't like bondage.
Dude,
This is a BDSM podcast.
Deadpan staring at the spider saying, I don't like bondage. The one that seems to understand just kind of looks at you with confusion and worry.
What the fuck is that?
As you finish your turn. Melvin, you're...
Can you let me go?
Melvin, you're up. What would you like to do?
Do
My
these look
thing's
like
being untied.
any of the spiders that I would know? And my
You can roll knowledge nature if you want to try that, if you have that, or survival, or I'll take knowledge arcana if you think these spiders are magical.
What about dungeoneer?
Dungeoneering I'll take as well.
Cool. 14.
You would note that these creatures are considered vermin, as they're typing, which is important for certain spells. You would know that they're also not really native to wet caves, as spiders and spider webbing does not go well with water that usually can like liquefy their webbing. So most spiders don't like to live where there's water, meaning that if this creature's here, it's not natural.
Okay. Well, I guess Melvin is going to try and struggle to get out. Let's flex this 8 strength that I have.
Oh no!
Woo!
Yeah, I rolled an 8.
Pulling,
Try rubbing yourself up against rocks and totally not getting stuck to the rocks.
yeah, wiggling around, thinking that'd be with ease. You kind of start to pull Melvin, but realizing you don't really work out and you're not really like a strength person. You try to pull like a ping pong ball and bounce back into the wall slightly.
I'm just yelling at the spider, panicking. We're
It's like-
friendly! We're friendly!
It's like the paddleboard.
They don't know I say that.
You're not moving, Melvin. Do you want to try it again?
Gee, I wonder what's gonna happen.
You never.
A 10.
You manage to pull on the second as you flex with all your might, turning red in the face, holding your breath, really trying to pull. You all start to hear the cave give way a little bit at that moment in the crack of the dirt, and then suddenly a rock comes flying off as Melvin pulls himself away with the web still technically attached, but he's no longer attached to the wall. Little rock kind of following you around, Melvin.
Dun gives you a nod. Good job, man.
But as you pull yourself away, ending your turn, the top is up, and as he can't move, he's going to pull up his spell list, and he's going to cast Firebolt.
He's uncalled.
Oh, that is true. You did knock him unconscious. I forgot about that last session.
Did do that.
I'm gonna give him a.
Yeah, he's not getting out of this.
Let's see. See if he comes to consciousness. Oh, wait, I forgot he has a -5 to con. No, he is not coming back to consciousness.
He went deeper into sleep.
Somehow he swallows his tongue, and your friend is now dead. No.
Oh no.
As he tries to
Quick,
like
revivify.
sleeping, you feel the slight struggle on your back, Tun. But as you hear the slight snoring still going on, you kind of the realization this creature's not conscious at this point.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. You know, it's
Even
not really
with
my words at the
Melvin
moment.
screaming in fear.
No, that's fine.
And
Just
back
waiting for these spiders to come down.
back up to the top of the order, and Spider saying what you all just did are gonna do exactly what they just did again.
Wow!
They're not coming down to get caught. All right.
Come here!
First-
Fight me!
1d20 plus 4. The only unfortunate thing is this is gonna. Does a 22 hit your touch, Tun?
Yeah.
Finding yourself tangled up once more. It's not moving this time, so that one is going to take the same attack onto Melvin, seeing him first and as a bigger target, and got a 7. I assume a 7 does not hit your touch, Melvin.
Nope.
As you panically dodge out of the way of the second round of webs.
Ton!
The next one in the first grouping is going to take a shot at Melvin once again for a 14. Okay, as you find yourself caught, it is going to turn once more and turn towards Gygax and take its shot. I assume that hits Gygax, your touch AC.
Huntun answered for me.
Oh, okay.
Motherfucker!
I somewhat.
How big are these spiders?
They are medium. So that means they are roughly about 5 feet by 5 feet wide.
Okay.
All right, finishing up the second one of the first group of three's turn. The last one is seeing that Doots looks like he is getting more caught up in it, is going to try and completely wind Doots with another web. And rolls a nat 1. Let me roll to confirm. No, he does not. As the web goes wide, though, of you
Would
dudes.
6 hit his AC?
Well, actually, you know what? Technically, in all fairness, technically the reverse is correct. Let's see. Does a 6 hit his touch AC? It does not. For this situation. Alright. As the web goes wide, though, he is going to take a second shot at Doots again to try and tomb him. For a nat 20. Though it doesn't really matter more than to see if he gets fully entombed. Okay. It does not. It does not confirm. But Doots, as you find yourself wrapped up once more, give me a Fortitude save.
12.
You succeed, taking no damage.
Yay.
The second group of 3. The second group of 2, as one has vanished off. Scurrying off down the hallway. The other 2 are going to move in, coming down the walls, which will put them about within 5 feet of Melvin, Tun, and Gygax. Melvin and Gygax 10 feet in for Tun, and 5 feet for Doots, as Tun would be in the back. All right.
What happened?
Two of the spiders move down right in front of you as they prepare to get ready. Seeing Melvin as the bigger creature of the closest, they are going to try and attack him first. And they are going to both take a bite at Melvin.
Hold on, the spider that went away, is that the one that actually became sentient?
Yes. Yeah, he turned and ran.
He's like, I don't want the smoke. Or he's gonna go get assistance.
Does a 19 hit your normal AC?
Yep.
Yep. You can go ahead and give me a Fortitude save for the poison as it bites down on you.
20.
20 easily succeeds. You take 3 points of piercing damage as the fangs bite down on you from the creature. The second one is also going to make another bite at you as well. For an 18 to hit, I'll need no?
It does.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and give me another Fortitude save as well, then.
The no was like, no.
13.
13 barely succeeds as you take another 2 points of piercing.
Down me.
Oh, as you find yourself dropping, the 2 spiders climbing on top of Melvin as Melvin is screaming in fear until you suddenly hear the screaming cut, laying on the ground. The creatures look to be somewhat drooling over him if spiders could drool as it ends their turn. Tun, you are up 10 feet from these 2 spiders that are on top of Melvin and currently caught in webbing.
Great. So we're gonna try to break out of this webbing again.
Okay.
Does a 16 break me out?
Easily. You manage to tear free of the webbing, kicking it off. What would you like to do?
So, how does charge work as an action?
Give me a moment.
Because I know that is a action that can be taken, correct?
Correct. Give me a second to pull up the thing. So charge. So basically, you must move before your attack. So since you're not moving.
Yeah.
Because you gotta move at least 10 feet, and then once you do so, then you can charge. Basically, the way charge works after that is after you've moved, you make a single melee attack, you gain a +2 bonus on the attack roll, and take a -2 to your penalty to your AC until the start of your next turn.
Gotcha. So I need to have movement and an action to that, right?
Correct. Yeah, I'll copy and paste it for you.
Gotcha. What about Bull Rush? What is Bull Rush? Is that also the same thing? You need movement and an action?
Bull Rush is just considered a standard action and an attack as part of a charge. So again, basically you must move into the defender's space for a Bull Rush. You do not have to technically charge at them, but as long as you're within their space, which is within 5 feet of them or within their reach, and you do not, this will provoke an attack of opportunity. If they succeed, you fail. If they, fail, then you get to do your thing, your Bull Rush, which is... Let me pull up the whole thing here. So basically, after the attack of opportunity, if he fails, you both make a strength check. Whoever succeeds wins. You gain a +4 bonus for then basically, or you get to you get to add a +4 bonus. Fuck, I'm just gonna send it to you. It's so much easier just for you to read it.
Yeah, because I'm gonna try to. My goal is to get people off of Melvin.
I got you. That is not necessarily Bull Rush what you want to go for, but here you go. Oh, that just sent a text file. But there you go. And for those who want to know for your special attacks, just kind of keep this in mind. This is where you're at. easiest way to find your information. But yeah, so you can, or you could bull rush in this situation because you are, but you'd have to be able to be within these creatures' hitting range, and they have a 5-foot range, so you'd have to move up 5 feet, which you can do when attacking. Remember that.
Oh, then I could just attack. That's
You can just move,
alright.
yeah, because technically attack action, you can move 5 feet.
fantastic. Then I'll just show them that they should be worried about me instead.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Yep, so 5 feet towards this fucker. Let's say there's... Because they're both at the same health, right? Like, they're both completely unharmed and...
You have not landed a single attack on them, that's correct.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So, I guess it doesn't really matter which one I choose. But, yeah. Random spider, I'm going to, attack it.
Okay.
Does a 18 hit.
Oh, easily.
Fantastic. I completely forgot that I don't have a dice ready for the attack damage, so allow me to, like, step aside. Actually, no, I have dice in front of me. Hold on a second. That's fantastic. My freaking mint macaron, colored dice. Ain't that great, guys?
Yes.
I'm gonna take your silence as awe. Alrighty then. So that's gonna be 10 damage.
10 damage as you bite down on the spider. The creature screeches out as you get this green ichor all over your body. Give me a fortitude save.
Doesn't taste like pastries. 15.
15. You succeed, but the taste is disgustingly. It's wet, squishy, and it has some very almost like sewage-like flavor to it as it hits your mouth. It also seems to be thick in areas where it's supposed to be liquidy and seems to be slightly chunky as you kind of bite down.
Unpastry flavor.
Just kind of judging the flavor as it kind of looks at the spider.
Shakes his head like, that does not make the cut.
I imagine dropping the bits of spider goo out of his mouth onto the floor like a dog that's not happy with its treat.
Spitting it back at the spider.
Oh, alright. As you do, I'll let you do that as a free action. If you want to make a ranged attack for it.
What would I be rolling for that?
So range attack, let's just do you're unarmed in this situation, because that's what would be with a -2 on top.
Okay, that would be a 20 then.
20 to hit? Yeah, as you spit in the creature's fate, it's going to make a save for its poison, because it's surprisingly, spiders are not immune to poison. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, interestingly enough. As the creature gets this stuff all over its the side of its body, like glowing slightly now, it kind of looks to burn for a moment. But as the creature kind of resolves itself and stares at you, you are unsure if the creature is poisoned or not.
Well, I know it's 10 hit points weaker.
Well, as you finish your turn, now towering over the two spiders that are standing on top of Melvin having little bits of spider goo dripping onto him. All right. Gygax, you're covered in webbing once more, sitting 5 feet from these spiders. What would you like to do?
Other than be grumpy, instead of strength check, can I use escape artist?
Yes, actually, I do have a DC for that. Feel free.
It's thinking.
I've noticed Discord's a little slow right now for some reason. If you have physical dice at this point and it starts to be too slow, you are welcome to roll them. There we go. As you try to pull through, kicking your feet, it does not tear away from the webbing. The second time around, as you manage to kicking off the webbing, it comes off clean and easy.
Again, I am getting more and more irritated. I yell at them. I'm the sticky one, not you!
The spider who's injured, seeing you, is going to see if it understands. And the creature kind of, for a moment, you see some, like, a little flash in its eyes as it looks at its body, and then the fear suddenly in its face. Being monsters, you can recognize the creature looks scared. Roll an intimidation check, Gygax.
I have to roll a d20 twice. Bugger.
You can do just 2d20. And then it'll show. You can click on the highlight. It'll show you what the results are for both of them.
No, I have to roll with disadvantage
Ah,
because I am not proficient.
it's fair.
So,
No,
there you go.
disadvantage would just be a negative in this case, since you got a 21, so that would just be a -2 in this situation, so you'd get a 19.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. No worries. Yeah. As far as it goes, as you go into this, you look as you shout at the creature. It looks over, recognizing, seeming to understand what you say. It starts to look in fear and seems to kind of cower in on itself. Half of its body being being chewed on by a Tun here, but it looks like you have managed to intimidate as the creature kind of cowers down. All right.
At that moment, I yell, "Go away!"
Okay. The creature seems to recognize the command for a moment, as it takes a second. All right. As that ends your turn, Gygax. Doots, you're up.
I will also like to use Escape Artist to get out of this.
All right. Let's see what you got.
I got a 16.
16. Kicking it all, or managing to tear your hand free. You get your hand free for the first one, but the webbing still there. You go down, reaching and cutting it apart. You manage to free yourself completely, just barely.
All right. And how far away am I from the nearest spider?
5 feet.
Okay. I'm going to hit it with my quarterstaff as I am not happy.
All right, let's see what you got. I assume you're beating on the one that's been chewed on, or are you trying to attack the other one?
If you'll actually allow me, can I dip my quarterstaff into some of the green ichor first and then whack the undamaged spider?
Sure, I'll allow that. That would be. It just means the spider will take a fortitude save for it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna poke the
That
spider
is
with
a
a stick.
19 plus 4.
That hits. All right, go ahead and roll damage, and
Alright.
then it's going to roll a fortitude save.
I got 3 damage.
As you hit a poke at the creature, smacking it, and I assume again this was the injured one, correct?
No, the uninjured.
Okay. Smacking into the creature, it seems to manage to not be phased at all as the poison smacks into its eye, like wiping away at it with the side of its leg. The creature seems to make a hissing sound at you for a moment, as if some sort of its lips kind of like seem to accidentally, or lips, its carapace, there we go. Kind of like seems to get caught as it breathes out, making a strange noise. The creature, as you smack it, you leave a nice bruise on the top of its head, but it seems to look fine otherwise. All right. As you finish your turn staring down at it, Melvin, you are unconscious. Give me a death saving throw.
That's just a D20.
Correct. And let me know what you get. Oh, that's your first failure. As you feel yourself, the breathing getting slower, everything kind of fading for you for a moment. You see a creature suddenly appear in front of you, Melvin. A large-looking dwarven figure with
God damn it!
flaming bright red beard, a large great axe, bright bronze armor, walking towards you on what looks to be a very empty gray desert. He makes it about 60 feet from you before you finish your turn, seeming to look at you. Would you like to do anything with that, Melvin?
No.
Okay. Kind of just watching the figure from afar. All right, we'll circle back around to you. The Toth is going to make a con save to see if it wakes up. And since its con is getting worse, that's a 1. As he still does not come to consciousness.
Man, he's a sleepy little guy.
Yeah, ending his turn. The 3 spiders above are going to start shooting webbing once more against the entire party.
Fucking damn it.
As they stand on the ceiling coming after you, going for Tun first, who bit down. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely hits my touch AC.
Alright. It's going to turn and aim for Gygax. This time failing, as it ends its turn. The second of the 3 is going to also then take a shot at Gygax with its webbing. Failing once more.
Why do they always succeed against me?
Oh, there we go. I got 23 that time for the second one. Gygax, finding yourself pinned again. And then as the last spider is
Hold
going.
on. My entire body turns red from rage from this one.
Ah! Alright. Go. The creature's going to see if it notices something. Unfortunately, the spiders are too blind to really notice the difference as you. As I roll a nat 1 or a 4 or a nat 1. God damn it. And instead, the last one turns to focus on Doots. Getting his hits in for 19 on the first.
That hits.
As it does, feeling more confident, the spider is going to use its movement and come up towards Doots and get approach within 5 feet, finishing its turn. The second bunch of spiders, the one who ran away, is going to run further. The second one, since you are webbed, is going to put you at disadvantage and is going to take this chance to run, as half of its body's been chewed on. And it has been intimidated by Gygax. Seeing that Gygax is getting redder, it is going to try and flee. You do get an attack of opportunity, Tun at with a -2, as you are currently enwebbed.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Does a 17 hit?
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Fantastic. That'll be 7 damage.
As the creature turns to run, you bite down on it, and as you do, pulling it back towards you, the creature, like shaking your head side to side, little bits of the creature's guts going everywhere. It seems to stop moving after a few seconds of you thrashing about with it. You manage to kill one of the spiders.
Let it be known, I am not swallowing this. You go, bleh, this sucks. This does not taste good.
Give me another fortitude save for chomping down on it.
Yeah, I got you. 18.
18 16s with ease. The second spider, having just watched its friend die, is going to try with a Hail Mary to jump onto your back. Failing, and manages instead to land right in front of you, causing an opportunity, or attack of opportunity, which would be technically, because of the movement, would be Gygax, Doots, and Tun, who all technically can hit this thing. So you all get an attack of opportunity on the first thing.
They don't want this.
Don't have
smoke.
to ask
17.
me twice.
I say, I didn't have to do much for it with Tun because he got his first kill, and I didn't want to go down. 17 hits, alright.
22.
22 hit, 18 hits, so I'll roll damage.
11 damage.
Okay.
Two damage.
2 damage, 5. As you manage to tear into the creature, stabbing at it, biting into it, the creature taking each of the 3 hits, barely managing to walking out of this little crowd, like slaying side to side, bleeding, looking like it just came out of the worst street fight it's ever been in. The spider slowly starts to walk away and scutters down the hallway. Surviving on 2 HP.
In hindsight, maybe I should have left with the other spider in my group.
It ends its turn. Tun. There's one spider now on the ground. You are still webbed with your feet beneath. But there's one spider on the ground about 15 feet from you, just kind of staring at you a lot. Oh no, sorry, 10 feet from you because it did move up to Doots. Never mind.
Gotcha, so that means I could move up 5 feet up with the attack.
You do have to break the webbing first, though, before you can attack.
Damn, I forgot about the webbing.
Mm-hmm.
Tragic. Alright, does a 20 break me out?
With ease. Now getting used to the webbing at this point and annoyed at this point as you just kind of wipe your foot in the water. Turning towards Dutes and seeing the spider behind him. Go ahead and, roll your attack.
Fucking angry! Does a 21 hit?
Yes, it does.
Rage induced another 11 damage.
You bite into the creature, pulling back and tearing out a chunk of it. It seems to screech, making a strange noise, unnatural to a spider of this size, as it looks onto you with a slight fear in its eyes after being chewed on. Give me a fortitude save for the piece that you tore out.
13.
I yell at it as Tauntaun bites it. Ha!
13 that time around.
13, you barely succeed, as Gygax laughs at you, or laughs at the spider.
There's a rage within me! A turtle rage!
Tauntaun.
But I have yet to actually rage!
Alright. As you tear into the creature, it turns, but as you finish your turn, Gygax, you find yourself up once more. $65? What do you have a plus 53 to? Hold up, oh, is that your feet?
It's supposed to be +5.
Oh, okay, I'm like, damn. Every foot is fighting the webbing.
Exactly. All at once. Each of them have a +1.
12 plus 5 succeeds. Yeah, you're good. As you kick away at the webbing, kind of getting your feet wet from the water, the webbing dissolves immediately. You are 5 feet from...
I am.
Oh. He's so mad. 53. Alright, let's see. What would you like to do, Gygax?
How close is the nearest living spider?
Within 5 feet, right behind Dutes.
Let's see.
That hits.
Alright, I'm doing the pseudopod punch dagger.
Ah, yes. Your little, shooting knife, basically. Uh-huh. The knife grappling hook, if you will.
So,
We're gonna turn this into a harpoon at some point, once you get big enough to drag things back.
oh, wait.
4 damage. As
Hold
the
on.
oh. Plus 5. Oh yes, because of the 2. That's right. So that is 4 or 5, 9 damage as you shoot your shooting your the pseudopod forward, a knife attached. The knife goes straight between the eyes into the brain of the creature. As you pull back, a little blood comes squirting out of the creature onto Dutes and Tauntaun. As you pull it back. Ignore as you watch the body now falling to the ground. You grapple onto it, pulling it towards you. The body can't resist and auto fails the grapple as it is dead. As you basically bring the dead spider to you.
Actually, I'd be
It's
bringing
lifeless.
bringing myself to it because
Oh.
it weighs more.
Let's see. Did giant spiders weigh how much? Let me check.
I weigh 60 pounds. I'm only a cubic foot.
That is fair. The spider is currently 60 pounds. No, this spider is also 60 pounds. The spiders are not hefty creatures.
Do you like both like actually? Well, how
It's
would
gonna be
that
a-
work? I guess dead weight.
It is a
more-
dead weight, so I guess in this technically, yeah, you pull yourself towards it, like almost like a grappling hook, pulling yourself towards the creature. You manage to get around it, and noticing it's not moving and not resisting. You can't. I assume.
As I'm flying towards it, I'm yelling, "Ah!"
Okay, are you taking a bite out of it?
No.
No, you want to swallow this one? Okay.
He's like, maybe not this time.
I don't like green-colored filling.
Neither does Tauntaun, as we found
I mean,
out.
I like mint,
not
but
lime
this green
flavored.
one is weird.
Uh,
I think
Did
this
my-
has ruined mint for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did my angry intimidation yell affect the last spider?
The last spider is going to roll to see if it's smart enough to notice. Turn the situation. The creature's too dumb to understand the intimidation factor. It looks over at you with little to understanding. However, it does notice you eating the creature. Not eating it, but from its perspective, trying to eat it. It doesn't understand what you are, in all fairness. Dukes.
However, it might understand that this mimic is a potential predator of spiders.
Exactly. Dukes, you find yourself up. What would you like to do? Oh.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, my question is, the spell Cure Light Wounds
Uh-huh.
heals a D8 plus 1 per cast level. Is
Correct.
it 2 D8s or is it a D8 plus 2?
That's a D8
Okay.
plus 2.
Okay.
Mhm.
I cast Cure Light Wounds on Melvin.
Good man.
God damn it. Let me have one! God damn it. I'm gonna get one of you fuckers.
Third fucking session, is it not?
Come here. One of you will make a deal with me. Melvin, as for a moment, you see this being 60 feet from you, slowly coming closer with their pulling out their great axe as they are. As they do, suddenly you find yourself kind of waking up groggily, staring up to a spider corpse laying on top of you, half chewed on. The other chunk of it looks to be stabbed to just all hell as it lays on top of you, dead and motionless. Dude's having healed you.
Melvin gains.
That's what hell looks
He gains
like.
6 HP.
6 HP.
Or sorry, not 6, 7.
Ooh. As you say this, Melvin, looking about, the spider looking down at your large eye on your side, kind of riding yourself up. All right. Dutes, that was your action for your healing spell. You still have your movement if you like it.
I'm gonna get out of this.
Oh, you're gonna.
I would like to remove.
Mhm.
I would like to remove myself from the web.
All right. Go ahead and roll to see if you could tear the web off.
That's a 14.
Easily managing to kick your feet out. The webbing seems to break apart underneath you at this point with no real difficulty. More of it washing away in the water. All right. As you finish your turn, Melvin, you are up.
Well,
I'm still
I'm
bound.
still under web, so.
You are. You are still technically webbed. And on the ground, looking up. What would you like to do?
It's either a strength check or what was the other option?
Escape artist.
Escape art. Okay. I am going to try to get out of the web.
Okay.
Escape artist roll.
All right.
18.
Easily, as you kind of looking with your large eye to the side, seeing the webbing, seeing where it's attached, you start to kind of wiggle slowly, managing to pull yourself away. The body slowly sliding off of your side with a nice little like splat as it hits the water. As you finally manage to get yourself free of the webbing, kind of righting yourself and slightly floating up.
All right. And then what is left around?
There's one spider on the ceiling currently that is looking down at you a lot, and then the two that escaped earlier, that went down, that disappeared around the corner further into the cave.
And
Okay.
you notice Tun with green slime on his mouth, me being pissed off and rage, and Deuce just standing there going, "I healed you."
Exactly.
Can I float up enough to see if I can smack the spider off the ceiling?
Yeah. You can. What's your movement speed?
Flying 20 feet.
20 feet. So you can move, or you can try and take, or you can do an action, because you did use an action to do to get rid of the webbing. So yeah, you can definitely get up to the spider with the 20 feet, but I don't know if you want to be leaving yourself standing in front of it. Well,
Yeah, no.
floating in front of it.
Anybody else stuck in web right now?
Looking about, the other 3 look to be fine now.
Okay.
Other than the Toth on the back of Tun Tun.
Are there any shadows nearby that I could try to kind of blend into and hide?
You can give me a hide check if you'd like to try.
13.
13, you disappear into the background. We're gonna see if the spider even notices you. The spider seems to kind of lock its eyes onto you as you try to hide in one of the shadows. It does seem to catch your attention, or you seem to catch its attention rather. But as you try to hide back, kind of backing up into the shadow, that will round out your turn for your action. All right, the Toth Bride is going to roll once more to fail at waking up one day. It ends its turn. The spider on the ceiling is going to just be annoy you lot, is going to, looking over at Gygax, is going to take a shot at him with webbing for an 11 towards your touch.
I hate you all.
Gygax in his journal making notes, spiders, exterminate all of them. You find
Oh
your...
no!
No?
Oh no! I'm gonna be shopping for a very specific item.
Okay. As you look up, as the spider webbing gets on you, the spider turns and then books it down with its full movement down the hallway, disappearing around the corner. Are you not going to chase it, or are you gonna try and turn to leave? Just to make clear. Cause
That'll be.
I
that'll
sure
be
the
up
hell ain't.
That'll be up to, I guess, our dearest party leader if we go after it or not. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
See what I rolled?
Yeah.
So,
Holy
yep,
shit!
there it is. There we go. I accidentally muted myself. So I don't think the job included killing spiders. So we don't have to go and kill them. Besides, we have something very important to deliver. So I vote we leave.
Tonto doesn't like the taste of spiders, so he's gonna just start walking away.
Spiders are too mean to me. I would like to leave.
Gygax having torn away the webbing. I assume that's what the 25 is for.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, easily tearing away the webbing. Anger and rage, tearing it off. Not even letting the water take it. You're just tearing it to bits out of irritation.
You know what? I think I have a proper image of just the. Yeah, mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what I was gonna do. Tasmanian style. Yep. Exactly, that's me.
Yeah, as Dude's voices his thoughts as you watch, waiting for the spiders to come back. You lot looking about. What do you want to do? Are you gonna turn and leave?
We're gonna leave.
Okay. All right. As Gygax, are you in agreement with that? The rest of the party said yes. I just want to give all fairness here.
The nearest spider that is dead to me.
Mm-hmm.
The very bottom of his leg, the pointy bit.
Yeah.
I want to cut it off right at the first ankle.
Okay. Yeah. As the rest of the party kind of starts to
Can I
turn.
also collect some spider eyes?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me. Let me pull up what the harvesting one was. It's been a little bit.
I believe it's survival.
I think it is as well, but I always like to double check. Yeah, it is. Okay, yep. Go ahead and give me survival checks from both of you with advantage. So that's a plus 2 in this situation, or plus 4.
So I got a 22. I rolled a nat 20.
All right. Nat 20 easily managing to grab about 7 spider eyes and putting them into, I assume, some sort of cloth wrapping.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, they come out cleanly. Gygax, as you sit there and start kind of carving it takes you a few seconds of doing it, but you know, as you break the first leg, kind of annoyingly, just kind of turn the spider around to the side, taking the other side. You get the other leg pretty easily on the second
I only
turn.
want one. Just
Yeah. I assume you want it clean, though. You're not looking for something too damaged.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so as you kind of mess up on the first one with the 7+, you go turn and go to the second one and easily get the second one. I'm not going to make you roll for it again. As the both of you kind of sit there and look at tear apart the creatures and then turn to head out of the cave. But yeah, feel free to add the spider eyes and the spider foot / spearhead to your inventory. As you all turn towards the cave entrance, the cave itself still shaking slightly as you lot head out. Kind of coming to that curve, seeing the upright area exiting the cave, following though to the left and back into the city. You follow down the long chambers or long tunnel walls that have now seemed to be a little bit more decorated with depictions of your own little adventuring group doing battle with these trolls, depicting the scene of Tun tearing into the ass of one of the trolls, the surprised look of the head of it on the side as Gygax is morphed into it, Melvin floating in the background chewing on a hand, and Doots seemingly not seen on the imagery.
Wait, what am I doing in the imagery?
Looking in your shape as a head when you had torn off the head and taken the appearance of it. The surprised look of it, basically, with your tongue sticking out. As the guards kind of looking over at you lot, both standing as two very obvious mind flayers, not even trying to hide their appearances. Both of them kind of look at you lot, immediately kind of reach for the door, opening up, letting you into the city.
Tuntun's definitely gonna be like, "Oh, thank you, kind sirs. Thank you for letting my party in. Thank you so much."
Neither of the Mind Flayer guards seem to even react.
I just think in my head, what a beautiful painting.
As you think about that for a moment, you see a slight depiction of an artist that looks to be similar to the troll that ran the shop or the candy shop of Honored Carriage Candy.
Oh, Duresk.
As the large troll seems to suddenly appear in your mind for a moment. But as you head into the city, you notice more Thrycreans seem to have popped up amongst this town. Many of them seeming to go about their business. A large gestating creature that looks to be like a Thrycrean, but massive and almost without the humanoid-like body. The face being similar, the upper torso being similar, but the legs being a large, almost centipede-like I guess legs, if you will, lower torso, lower body. A large egg set kind of very showing out on the back of it, seeming to glow slightly a greenish color and then back to a bluish. The creature itself seeming to look over towards you a lot for a moment, a few streets over, towering over the buildings at this point, and seems to just be eyeing you a lot from the distance as you enter into the city.
Tuntun's gonna be thinking kind of like, damn, that creature's got a royal air to it.
No response in your head.
I think, hello.
You get no response either, as both of you look over towards the creature.
Speaking of, damn, Wolf got himself a freaking, like, Thrycreen queen. Holy shit.
Maybe.
Anyway.
What would you guys like to do looking about the city? You know the 4 shops you found. You do see some businesses are starting to pop up. What looks to be a building filled with different creatures in cages is starting to pop up, though still marked as closed at the time. In the distance, still noticing large cages towards the center of the city, following because walking down Main Street, the central castle or hive, if you will, that you can see seems to have a strange creature that each of you can seem to notice. Almost a 12 or a 10 and 13 headed looking giant, almost dinosaur-like creature. You would recognize this as a Hydra. Can we get a map of the city? There is no known map as the city continuously changes shape at the will of Zebril.
I guess we'll...
Next session, maybe.
I mean, I don't think. I mean, we can't get paid until we finish off these trolls.
No.
Yeah, I look at dudes.
Yeah.
Do we need to talk to Zebril?
I think it would be fair to go ahead and give them an update that we've at least cleared out half of them.
And extra.
And,
As I
and
wave the
extra.
foot spear around.
Oh, also, I mean, Tonton wiggles his shell because there's currently something on his back.
Oh yeah, and the
That
bright
too,
cup.
we also need to deliver that. So, let's make our way up to Zebril, as I will pull out a pastry and feed it to Tonton. As
No, thank you.
it
I'm full.
no, oh, okay.
I'm incredibly full, actually. I'm, as you could say, bursting at the seams.
The DM may have been rolling in the background and not saying anything. Don't worry about it.
I mean,
I will put it back.
All right.
yeah, don't worry about it.
I grab my
need to
water
eat it.
skin and offer it to Tonton. Do you want to rinse your mouth out?
Tonton is going to viciously drink that water and spit it out, just to rinse it all.
Yeah. You swirling your mouth about, you get a bunch of the nastiness kind of getting picked up from your teeth, where it had been lightly tasting in the background, kind of to a level that you could accept and ignore. Now it starts to swish about, and it seems to thicken as the water hits it. As you kind of turn to spit down one of the side cobbles, it kind of disappears into the floor or the road itself, but the flavor kind of dissipating, though the smell from your breath still there.
So, alright, I guess I'll think Zebril's name, like calling out to him.
Oh, standing at the
Like
entrance, you try to, you start saying his name in your head, seeing if anything happens. A few moments go by and nothing.
Well, I guess, instead of, in my mind, I'll be, like, thinking, dear Zebril, leader of this colony, we found a avian, person, trapped among the trolls and have brought him here. Looks very skinny and bird-like. We think he's a magic caster.
As you say this for a moment, or think this rather, yet nothing happens once more. A second goes by, and then another moment, as you all start to kind of look about, a guard suddenly appears walking down, looking very similar to the draconic-looking figure from before. However, as the visage changes as it gets closer, you see suddenly as the large, yet somewhat smiley giant troll comes walking down. Now his forehead slightly bulging up a little bit more, showing more of his brain pan, if you will, as he kind of smilingly comes walking down, wearing full brand new set of armor. It looks to be almost ornate in its design, very simple leather working, with little gemstones all attached to that, a lot of platinum sparkly bits that have been added to it, just to highlight the material, as he comes down. And finally getting up to you lot, he looks at you, Tun, and you all hear in your mind, it's not polite to call our liege's land a colony. This is a city, a grand utopia, if you will, as it kind of begins to talk. The voice does not sound like Durask.
I don't know what a city is. What's a city?
The tall troll looks at each of you, still looking as if it looks like Durask with a larger brain, or larger head. It looks about and goes, are any of you, as it says in each of your heads, capable of conversing on the same level?
My good sir,
If you mean vocal.
I do not know of what this city is, but I do apologize if I have thrown any offense in your liege's direction. However, I have this avian biped here, who was down in the tunnels along with the morph trolls. And I've brought him here as, I think, prisoner.
The creature kind of examines your shell for a moment. Go ahead, dudes.
I was just gonna say, summarized, we have a prisoner we're trying to deliver to Zebril. We think he might have some interest in it.
Creature looking between Tun and Dutz, just kind of looks slightly annoyed, not masking its feelings very well compared to many of the others you've seen amongst the citizenry. It looks down at the Toth and starts brushing away the cobwebs, and let's see if it actually succeeds on this. Wait, what? Oh, that's no, ignore that. Don't worry, I rolled the wrong dice.
1d0.
As he scuffs away, get the cobweb, slightly getting his finger caught for a moment, embarrassingly for a second, and then kind of like brushes it away again. It sees the belt tied around, or the rope tied around the Toth to your shell, and then starts undoing the knot. The Toth is going to make one last save to see if it can wake up. His last chance at freedom is tarnished. He undoes the rope and like picks it up by the back of the dress and like holds it up to itself and goes, "By God, it's You hear in all of your health, or in all your health, in all of your minds, the creature, the tall troll speak. It's a master. This is." And kind of like you see him suddenly pulls out a little cage of his of a small bag, and then expand the cage starts expanding out, and he puts the Toth inside of it and closes it, and then closes down the cage once more and shoves it into his pocket or into the bag of holding that he's carrying. As he looks at each of you and goes, "The master has," and he stops for a moment as if he's getting a message in his head, and he pauses. "Decided to reward you lot with a value of, let's say 1,000 platinum pieces, or in exchange, he is willing to give you a bonus of an item of some sort if there's something you seek." Snores louder.
I guess I'll look at Dukes. I'll leave that choice up to him. 1,000 platinum's a lot.
It is.
Can I take 250 platinum and you each get what you want?
Do you ask him that, Gegex, or are you
I
just
asked
asking the
Duke. I
party?
asked Dukes.
Okay.
This.
If you would prefer your reward to be platinum, you can take the platinum.
Okay. I look at the troll guard and I say in broken psionic, "I'm still learning your language, but can I have 250 platinum, please?"
Well, I think the deal is either money or item.
The creature looks at you for a moment, and then kind of you see it's like a slight like curiosity on its face. Again, the emotions aren't very well hidden on this creature's face. It looks at you and begins to speak in the similar language, and returns or starts saying, "You've interested me. If your party does not choose to take the money, I will pay this out of pocket as a investment in your continued future." As the creature kind of gives a weird, like a very creepy smile. It
I look
looks.
at Dukes.
And
I guess it's kind of an all or nothing thing, and he might invest a little extra into us, I guess.
Well, personally, I think we need equipment, and I'd rather take a guarantee on equipment versus the potential of having to barter later.
Caleb, this is Hunter talking. So this is either money or, I assume, Royce, one piece of equipment, not like it's like
Correct.
one item, correct?
Yeah, it's one item. Yeah.
So it's either one item
Then we will
or
take the
money
coin.
to buy. Yeah.
As you say, you take the coin. You see him suddenly, like he waves his hands. A little bit of purplish or light kind of sways from his hands in a cloud as it starts to formulate. And a little sack appears as he starts pulling platinum pieces out. Amongst it, and hands each of you 250 platinum pieces.
I open my mouth and just go, put it in here, please.
The creature looks at you, kind of concerned, keeping its hand way above your where the top of your mouth is, starts like pouring the coins into your mouth as he, after finishing out counting out the rest of the party. As he does so, give me a second to check something, as there is always the random chance. As you start to kind of feel it, Gygax, you're well enough to know on how coin weighs and all that, that you feel that there is an extra coin that fell into your pouch, air quotes, your mouth.
Well, is this the art of what's the
Maybe. Hush. You don't know.
like this? I remember.
But as he finishes like emptying the sack over you, Gygax, he kind of closes up the sack and puts it back away and looks at you lot and goes, "The quest reward for the trolls is yet to be completed. 10 more still to stand, unless you'd rather only take half of what was the original reward."
Tuntun licks his lips.
I should warn, these trolls are stronger than the ones I think you found. If you have not found the caster amongst them, then I warn you, you will be in a little bit of danger.
If we choose to take half now, will the other half be delivered upon completion of the full quest?
You have already taken your quest rewards, as he continues to speak, kind of slowly into your heads. My master has granted you your request that, although surprising when offered an uncommon item each, you chose the items you did. If you may, the second half of the will be completed once you decide to kill the other trolls, or if someone else does.
I speak mainly of the request I made earlier, I want to say, before departure yesterday.
I know nothing of your dealings that I was not involved in.
Then
My master may have made dealings with you that I've not been informed of, but I have no information to help you with this. The creature kind of looks a little, slightly more serious at the mention of that.
Tuntun's thinks
I
I would
apologize for the
certainly like to
misunderstanding.
kill more trolls.
Melvin just goes, "Why is it all so quiet?" Not realizing that everybody's conversing in their head.
As you say this, the creature turns to you, Melvin, and you suddenly hear the voice in your head going, "Do you not understand how to hear the voice?"
I can hear you. I just wondered why nobody else was talking.
Looks you up and down and goes, "Do you know that you have a brand on you?"
A what?
He points his finger, and as you all kind of turn to look, you see a branded, burned great axe like design on the side of Melvin. It looks to be just a normal great axe head with fire kind of coming out of it, blackened as its mark on his skin.
I made the connection now. I see what this is. As me, the player, not, Tuntun, of course. I see what it is.
That's new, I think. Unless it's just dirt. Gygax, can you wipe that off?
I go over and try and wipe it off.
Yeah, you get up, you start wiping. A little bit of dirt comes off at first, and then you keep wiping. It seems to kind of, at this point, you're starting to hit skin. Nothing's happening. You wipe a little harder, nothing happens. Yeah, it seems to be stuck
No,
there.
Melvin, it doesn't come off. Sorry.
Huh. Well, that's new.
You lot are very laid back for being adventurers and marked. It's quite interesting. He looks about you. But as I was to the request at hand, I do have work to be done. If I may get your answer, are you taking the rest of the quest, or do you plan to leave these trolls be?
Tun nods as he wants to fight more trolls.
I look up at
We will
Melvin.
be. We will be.
You will be. He nods. As you look up at Melvin. Melvin, how do you say anything?
No, I'm just whatever.
Okay. The creature looks at you and nods, and then goes, "I will inform my master. Then enjoy your mission and do not die." And he turns and starts heading back up the city.
In Psionic, I say to the trolls, "Thank you."
No promises.
I guess Tun will
Try
start,
not to.
walking towards where we slept last night. If you can still find it, because, like you said, the city does kind of move around.
Yeah, you start kind of heading into the city. Is the rest of the party you following after Tun, or?
I make a quick announcement that if people want to, they can leave their money with me and I can hold on to it.
I'd like to go towards like the magic shop if there is one.
There you did not find one earlier, but you can try and take a look around. There was a smithy in the city that you had.
Actually, the Listening Knife Saddler, general substances and magic.
It did sell. That is true. It did sell. It does sell magic items. I see that. Yep.
That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Me too.
As you go, all right. You two head off towards into the city. Doots and Tun, are you heading towards the inn?
Yeah, I'll go with Tun.
Okay. All right. As the two of you start heading towards the inn, going in the opposite direction off to the side, we're gonna start with Melvin and Gygax. As the two of you head further into the city, you do notice there are, excuse me, more and more Thrycreen seeming to be scattered about this city. A few more trolls that seem to have appeared, as well as a lot more guards that seem to be walking up and down the streets. The city seems somewhat on high alert with the tensions going on around you. But as you find yourself heading closer and closer towards the the center of the city, you find the Listening Knife Saddler shop, somewhat broken down, looking as it looks like it's been hit with something recently. The windows look to be shattered. Some of the shelves look to be damaged. A lot of the items, though, still set up on the shop. The purple Thrycreen from earlier still kind of standing there now, wearing what looks to be a full merchant's outfit of little baubles and such, looking a little bit more business already. The creature seems to kind of look towards you as you walk past one of the broken windows, and you both hear it in your head in kind of a high, squeaky voice. "Gentlemen, how can I help you today?"
Hi, I'm Gygax, I say in Psionic. Who are you?
The creature kind of walks up to the door, ushering you in, and goes, "I don't have a name. I was not given one. I am drone number 4233.7562783.14273.
4,200 what?
Just call me 4.
So you do have a name.
No, it's just easier for the mind flayers to understand how this works. See, we Thrycreans, we don't get names. Those few amongst of us that have the ability to think for ourselves are not necessarily named by our Hive Queen. Only those lucky amongst us that gain rank and power are ever given names. Like our great leader, who is the Screaming Blade, was a fantastic name for him. Although in your tongue, I believe the translation's a bit rougher.
Okay. I pull out the spider foot spear. Do you know what creature this came off of?
Monster spider, yes. We have many of them that we see being sold around these parts.
Good. I'm looking for a butt plug for that monster.
The creature kind of like looks at it for a moment and kind of looks at you and then looks at it again and goes, I don't mean to judge or be rude or insult your intelligence, but insectoid-like monsters don't have mammalian parts.
Yeah, but its spiderweb stuff comes out of its butt, and that's what I want to plug up.
Oh, it kind of nods its head up and down and understand. I can make something like that. It'll come. Are you wanting it magically enchanted, or is this just a normal? What did you call it?
Butt plug.
Butt plug. I've never heard that. I will tell my friends about this new invention. This sounds interesting. Do you have a design concept for it? You just want a cork, basically?
A cork with fish hooks around it.
Oh, I can do that. I can definitely do that. We've got some extra fish hooks for sale.
I'll take 10.
The fish hooks are...
No, I'll take 10 of the fish hooked butt plugs.
He looks at it and goes, I can't make it out of the spider, but all 10 of them, but I think I can make one of them out of it, and I can make the other 9 out of platinum. It kind of looks
No,
about...
I want to keep the spider leg.
Oh, you... It looks at you and nods, and you kind of up and down goes, oh, you just want the material... Okay. Do you want it fleshed for their pleasure, or would you like it to be hard and damaging?
Yeah, the second one.
He nods up and
I
down.
want to be able to shoot it out of a slingshot, so I also need to buy a slingshot.
Oh, I can sell you a sling. They're not expensive. It looks about, its equipment starts digging into a bag. Are you looking for magical or non-magical?
What's the price difference?
Oh, well, it depends. Up to a +2 is 1,000 gold pieces that I can enchant it to. I can go even higher if you're looking for something better. Or I can give it a specific kind of magical effect. If you have any potions or any spell effects that you happen to know, I can, in theory, if I can see what the spell is, I can maybe transfer it over. Firebolt seems like it would be popular for this one.
No, so you said 1,000 gold pieces for a +2?
2,000.
Oh, 2,000 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then how much would 10 of those butt plugs cost me?
Non-magical?
Yes.
Cost and materials. He kind of starts pulling together his, like a little book out and starts digging through his material listings. Taking a second, you see he kind of like scratches his head looking at the materials he has on hand and goes, I have a bunch of copper I could turn into it if you're not worried about heat.
Not too much. Oh, I also want a ring at the end attached to the butt plug so I can pull them back out.
It nods. You know what? I'll tell you what. I think I can definitely do something. Let me see what we got. Let's see. That'll be... For that, I'll take a whole copper bar. So that's about 50 copper pieces a piece. So for 10 of them, that's 1 silver piece.
With the design I want?
The fish hooks I've already got on stock, so I won't have to craft them. As far as it goes, I call this an opening deal to bring you back for the future.
How about this? I'll give you 201 platinum pieces for the +2 sling and all 10 of those pieces.
You see the giant eyes kind of like swing over to you, looking at you, trying to figure out where your face is amongst that, and goes, yes, of course. It nods up and down and goes, I would be happy to. Do you want those within the day or like within the hour?
I can come back tomorrow.
He nods and goes, I will have them ready. He kind of nods. He takes your platinum pieces and puts them away and starts digging through. He hands you a +2 sling out of one of his containers.
Thank you, sir.
You're
very kind, For.
Thank you. I'm hoping I'll rise up in the ranks amongst the Hive Queen. She hasn't noticed me yet, but one day I'm gonna become as good as my brethren and manage to become a truly known name amongst my people. He kind of looks over at Melvin and goes, "Are you his chaperone, or are you a bodyguard, or are you here to buy?"
He's my brother.
I was curious what
brother.
you could make with these. And I set the 7 spider eyes down onto the counter.
Well, spider eyes are good materials for making poisons. I can make better things for your seeing. I can turn them into potions. I can turn them into poisons. I can do a lot with them. Spider eyes are naturally poisonous and make a really good minor magic catalyst, but most people use them for poisons.
I add the spider leg to the pile.
Well, with this, what are you hoping to get? You looking for something to defend yourself, something to cast with, something to wear as to protect yourself, something to drink, something to throw at people, something to light things on fire?
I mean, something to wear would be nice, a little more protection. I mean, I also do dabble in making traps, so if there's any poison left over, you know, I could use it for that.
I have a concept for an item called the Cloak of Eyes. It'll give you a higher ability to see things. Won't necessarily be the greatest for making you, giving you some armor protection. You need some good leather bodies to bring back for something like that. If you're looking, though, I've got leather here. 100 gold pieces.
Can I try to puke up the troll arm?
Sure. Why not? Go ahead and give me a con check or a fortitude check for this.
Fortitude. Okay.
Yep.
An 8.
He kind of looks as you try to cough up. Nothing seems to come up as you just start coughing heavily. The creature, the Thrycreen 4, still seems to be looking at Gygax with about the comment of a brother comment, looking still slightly confused as you start hacking and coughing.
Well, I tried to throw up some troll, but I guess that's not gonna work. So, the eyeball thing, the cloak, yeah, that works.
All right. He kind of nods and goes, "I'll have let's say, total price since you brought me the eyes. I can get you one vial of poison out of this. Tell you, with the spider leg thing, I'll sell it to you for 50 gold pieces."
I only have platinum. What would that convert to?
5 platinum pieces.
Okay. And I'll set the 5 platinum down.
He looks at you like with a little bit of astonishment as he kind of takes it and kind of puts it in the pocket. Seeing the two of you just paid with platinum, I will have that for you at the same time by the next day if you'd like. As he kind of smiles, if a Thrycreen could smile, passing on a happier pheromone. The room starts to smell more pleasant. The creature looks at both of you once more as Forrest kind of waits and goes, "Is there anything else I can give you or help you with today? Anything else you'd like to spend that wonderful platinum on?"
You got any health potions?
Always, friend. You want potions? Potions are always a fun thing to get. I'm happy to sell you just about anything you'd like. Are you looking for cure-light wounds? You look like a man who gets injured a lot.
Yes, exactly.
I sell them for 50 gold pieces apiece. For you, though, 45 gold pieces.
How many would that get me?
Well, if you give me 45 gold pieces, I'll get you one. What do you got for platinum that you're looking to trade? He kind of smiles.
Yeah, again, platinum.
Well, it'd be 4.5 platinum for one.
I will set down enough for 5, so that would be what, 24?
4.5, 22 and 22.5. He will give you 5 gold pieces back.
Okay. 22.
Do you have a way for me to learn a poison immunity in a safe way?
How do you feel about stabbing yourself?
Not comfortable.
No.
You could always, consume it like, in your mouth, like put it in your mouth, like Tun-Tun.
As the creature holds up like a vial with a little sharp knife at the end of it.
Do you have a minor poison?
I don't know what I might have something. Let me see. Minotaur poison. It starts digging into as the creature doesn't seem to understand quite well. A few minutes of digging
Or a
goes.
weak poison?
Weak poison. Why would you want a weak poison?
Because I want to eat it,
Why would you eat poison?
so I can get immune to it.
I mean, I can give you. We've got small centipede poison. That's about. It kills your deck. It's a deck save. I got some green blood. Some striped toadstool. What kind
Which
of?
one does the worst? Which one does the least amount of damage?
Well, most of our poisons we sell actually destroy what would be your body, so out of character. Basically, most of the poisons they have on offer attack ability scores, not actually the health.
Okay, I'll keep looking. Thank you, though.
And nods and smiles and goes, "If you've changed your mind, I've got poisons that can kill your dex, your con, your strength, anything you got. I can ruin it and make you basically turn into a husk." As it seems to get excited as it bounces slightly up and down.
Not today. Thank you, though.
All right. Melvin, is there anything else you wanted to get from the shop or no?
I think that is it for now.
Okay. As you two finish up shopping, we will pop back over to Tun-Tun and Doots, who are traveling towards the inn. As you two head towards the inn, seeing the kind of walking around the city looking for the sign once more, the dancing mark seems to pop up almost immediately as you turn around one of the corners, seeing the large female bartender, Mind Flare, coming out dressed in what only can be described as burlesque, but nerdy. As the color designs of different of Zebril on it as like an action figure of sorts, and as well as did like fish nettings, black leather. The creature looks to be fully set up. She comes over towards you as she walk in, or as you're walking towards it, looking at Tun-Tun and Doots, and kind of just snarls as her two mouth tentacles kind of flap in the wind, and she goes. In your head, you hear, "And what do you want?"
I would like.
How about something to eat, please?
We don't offer anything besides the intellectuals and the bug people. Are you good with eating either fruits and vegetables or eating brains?
I'm okay with eating a fruit or a vegetable.
It looks down towards Tun-Tun.
I'm full.
It just shakes its head and goes, "Oh, good, another lack of paying customer. Yes, fine." And she kind of like ushers you in, letting you in to the inn that is completely deserted at this point, as they seem to be setting up for some sort of show. The stage is being rebuilt. The little ballroom off to the side seems to be being kind of redesigned. The building itself going under major renovation. As she kind of sets some keys down at a table and brings out a fresh bowl of fruit like berries and nuts, or berries and roots from the underground. Not looking the most appealing as they're not very large and they're very dark colored. But as you take a bite, dudes, they're very sweet in their taste.
Mr. DM, I assume
All
I'm
right.
still struggling with the
You're
controls inside of me.
Yeah, your body is still bloating. You haven't had to make another fortitude save, but it does definitely feel like your stomach is still growing.
I would like to. I mean, the bartender might not know, but I would like to call her over mentally.
Okay.
Just to ask a question. Like, I have a question.
Yeah, as you do so, she kind of turns and with a huff kind of comes walking over.
Hello, madam. In my delving of the caves underneath the city, and in my efforts of slaying the trolls, I happen to have consumed parts from approximately 9 of these trolls, and I am feeling increasingly full. as the hours tick by, and I'm wondering if there's a way I can make that not happen.
She just looks at you, staring in astonishment. She goes, "Most people make bets." As you hear, dudes, you also hear this in your head. Most people make bets on if they can eat a troll or not. I've never met someone foolish enough to actually try. You know their bodies don't stop growing even after you kill them. It's
I
a...
was born 1 year ago. I know not of the mechanisms of this world nor the creatures. I was unaware. They smelled like pastries, so I assumed.
She looks disgusted at that. Pastries? What are you...
I don't know. We were fighting, and then the glorious scent of strawberry torts was just wafting out of them. I don't know what, it just drove me crazy. I was hungry, and now I'm very much full. I don't want to be full anymore.
She kind of tries not to laugh. Goes, well, the way I see it,
I ate a lot of trolls.
you have two choices at this point. You can die,
No, thank you.
or you can pump your stomach.
What is a pump?
She goes, oh, she goes, here. And she goes, you hear in your heads the shout, pump, as something comes, a large, like, stomping sound is suddenly heard through the entire city. Causing the ground to kind of shake as Melvin and Gygax are kind of about a street away, making their way towards the inn.
I'm unsure if death would be a preferable fate. However, I'm going to find out.
Thank you, Golden, for the live example. I'm a little well versed in the product, but I do appreciate you giving me the image. I'll make sure to add that for the when I post the new item made.
I tried to find an actual picture.
You're good. As you say this, Tun, the door opens and in crawls this troll that is 16 foot tall. Like pulls himself into the doorway as he gets down on his stepping and like puts his arms through and like pulls himself through. The door frame cracks. The troll gets halfway through and like gets stuck onto him like a skirt. As he just pulls himself into the building, it slightly kind of like collapses on the side. The female mind flayer looking very irritated. But as the giant troll comes walking over, she looks at you, or the woman looks at you again and goes, "Can you stand up on two legs, or do you need assistance?"
I cannot stand up on my hind legs. Not at this moment, no.
She nods and goes, and she smacks the back of the foot of this troll as it tries to pick you up. And how much do you weigh, Tun?
I weigh 600 pounds.
Alright, he is going to do a roll for it. Picking you up with ease. The troll kind of grabs you with its hand all around your top of your head, putting your like lower shell towards it, and it's going to start to wind up for an attack.
The weather is different up here.
Does a 23 hit your AC?
It's
Like
awfully
full
chilly.
AC?
No, just your actual AC. Yeah, your normal AC.
No, actually.
Does not. As he slams his fist into it, nothing. You feel nothing, Tun, the first time. The wind slams into the walls, causing the building to shake. Melvin and Gygax coming through the doorway, seeing Tun being held in the air and a troll punching him in the stomach as he looks completely calm, and Dude seems to be chewing on some roots.
Delectable.
Dudes, as you turn, you see Melvin and Gygax enter into the inn.
Oh, hello.
Should we come back at a better time?
No, actually, this is the perfect time. Unfortunately, so just learned, the trolls that y'all consumed, they do grow continuously even after death.
Is that
So
where
it's
that
either
noise
you
came
die or you get your stomach. Yeah, so it's either you die or you get your stomach punked like Tun over here.
As you say the word pump, you see the troll kind of turns to you suddenly and then looks at you, and then starts with its other hand as it takes a swing onto Tun Tun. Does a 33 hit?
Yes, that one does hit.
Tun Tun starts just throwing up, puking up everything from the day. The body parts flying onto the ground as the creature just kind of smiles. Tun Tun, you empty out your stomach. It hurts. You do take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is there an easier way to do that?
I think it's been told that the easier way is death.
I mean, it doesn't look so bad after that.
He sets Tun Tun down and the troll comes over to Dutes and starts picking Dutes up, and starts to wind his fist up.
I'm fine.
It looks at you.
Wave my hand. No pump.
It looks at you as you say, wave your hands, and it sets you down. Then goes over to Melvin and starts walking over, angrily looking at Melvin. Bringing his hands to you, Melvin. Are you gonna try and resist him?
Is he trying to grab me?
Yeah, he's trying to grab you.
Oh, jeez.
Might as
Sure.
well.
You're gonna resist?
I suffered. You suffer too.
Are you gonna let him, or are you
Punch.
resisting just to confirm,
Yeah,
Melvin?
I'm going to attempt to resist.
Alright, roll a reflex save.
So how do you punch the stomach on a beholder?
Good question. 10. You dodge out of the creature's hands with ease, moving to the side. The creature, very large but very lumbering, it falls forward as its hand drops onto the ground, and it has to kind of catch itself, and it looks around and looks confused.
That's me.
It looks at you and then kind of opens its mouth and just lets out a very loud belch into your face that seems to echo as it continues to do so. A little spittle hitting onto your face, you and Gygax, as it kind of closes its mouth and then looks at you again.
Not bad.
The creature suddenly has a big, grin-toothy smile as it then starts patting Melvin on the head and petting him roughly like a skin cat or like a hairless cat. Just trying not to be rough, but watching the little lash folds kind of move as he pets you, tries to lightly pet you.
My eyelid getting peeled back every couple times.
Mm-hmm. Alright, as the troll kind of stands back up, looking about for the barkeep, Vel, and she kind of points, snaps her finger, stamps, and then points back towards the doorway. The troll kind of lumbering back with a sigh as it turns around and walks towards the doorway once again, as it kind of shoves the door frame off of its midriff and then puts it back into place. The top of the portion above still missing, and as it kind of turns and walks, the doorway falls over. But Vel comes walking over to the rest of you lot and looking at you and see if you need anything.
It appears I am once again hungry. How much for your pastries?
Can
What?
We already have pastries.
Tunden's gonna look.
I pull some pastries out of his side pouch and hold it out in front of him.
Never mind, madam. I do not need to purchase your pastries. It appears I've had some on me all along. It appears is that the real friends I made along the way were pastries.
She just looks at you, shakes her head annoyed, and just walks away.
However, I would like to give you 2 platinum pieces for the mess.
She turns back, takes the platinum, and then turns and goes back to the bar.
And then I'll look at Dutes and viciously destroy whatever pastry I was given.
Oh my god.
Uh,
It's all over my hand.
As Doots and as Tun just goes after the pastries. Gygax, you do find two things of cloth. As you're looking about, you do find firstly the clothes of the barkeep that's she normally wears sitting behind on the side of the bar, just laying out. A very large, long dress that seems to be just set aside for when she gets cold or changes outfits. The other piece of cloth is you do find a couple of sections of cloth that haven't been set out that are supposed to go across the dining tables towards the evening that you managed to find about 20 feet worth of cloth for each individual one.
I grab one of those and wipe myself of the troll slobber.
Yeah, kind of wrapping yourself up into it and like rubbing into it, kind of getting yourself all cleaned up. A few minutes goes by. Gal looks over at you. The bartender looks at you and kind of shakes her head. Looks at the platinum pieces that she's got and just kind of got sighs and just goes to get a bucket and a mop.
I grab the cloth looking for a corner to put it in out of the way.
Hey, Gygax.
Yes, brother?
You want to see if you can use your sticky hands to pull the troll arm out of my throat?
Sure.
Completely trusting Melvin's just gonna open his mouth wide.
All right, yeah.
Surely it couldn't go wrong.
As Gygax kind of like getting distracted, just kind of like tosses the cloth off to the side real quick where it wouldn't be in the way of anyone, and then kind of turns and I assume walks over.
Yep. I'm gonna grab a pseudopod, make it as long as I can, which is 5 to 10 feet, and then I'm gonna
Take a shot in the dark.
slither down Melvin's throat to his gullet.
Surely can't be worse than being punched in the stomach, right?
I'm just gonna confirm, Gygax. So you mean you're gonna like slowly lower the pseudopod, or you're going in?
No, the pseudopod.
Okay, making sure. All right. I was about to say, if you're grappling in, you've got some dedication for what's about to happen. All right. You start lowering the pseudopod in. Let's make this just an attack with your normal pseudopod with the knife on top of it.
No, I can leave the knife away.
Oh, you're gonna put the knife away? Okay, yeah, then yeah, just the pseudopod. Let's go ahead and use that as an attack to see if you can manage to get the arms DC.
Oh yeah.
A few seconds go by, you shoot your tongue in, or you shoot the pseudopod in, kind of like fishing about, trying to, like very similar to how you used to do it in the dungeon whenever you'd find cool or unique things down a pitfall or something like that. Fishing about side to side, you finally feel something hit that feels like kind of heavy, and as you start to pull back out, the arm starts coming out. Melvin, give me a fortitude save.
16.
16. You manage to keep your stomach down, not throwing up onto poor Gygax as this thing's pulled out of your throat, past everything. Gygax, you kind of lean back a little bit as the thing comes out, but you manage to get the arm, and it looks to have grown about half a torso.
I drag it over to the rest of the pile of stuff.
All
I
right.
go back to the cloth and wipe my entire pseudopod part off.
Thank you, Gygax.
You watch
You're
as
welcome, brother.
you say as Vel comes out seeing this, sees the new body part being added, and sees the cloth as you go to wipe off and just sighs, and then goes back in, bringing out a bigger bucket and a bigger mop. But after a few moments, she seems to get the stuff cleaned up and taken care of as you get all cleaned, Gygax. You guys
Give her a platinum coin as well.
She kind of looks at that as you set down a platinum coin. She goes, you all hear in your head go, you know, I'm starting to actually like you as customers, and that's not a compliment.
Thank you.
He kind of nods,
That's a
and
compliment.
I no longer like you guys. And she turns back into the bar. She goes back to cleaning something.
I think it's a specialty of a pastry.
What did you guys say to her?
I don't know what's going on.
I
Them
said
not knowing what I'm
thank you.
saying because I can't talk to one.
Correct. Just hearing Tun.
I'm
Go ahead.
not sure. But I said, I'm not sure, but I think she's appreciating the payment for doing just about nothing, or her standard job.
We did make quite a mess, though.
Tun.
Yes.
Okay, I start to feel tired. I'm gonna go to the room and go to sleep.
Yeah, no worries. As you lot, or as Gygax heads up towards his room, or is the rest of the party going to go up towards a room, or are you guys gonna do more
Yeah.
exploring? All right, Melvin's heading up. All right.
My body may start
I'll-
bubbling.
All right, dudes.
I'll pay and then head to
Are
bed.
there rooms
I'll
on the
pay and
ground
head to
floor?
bed.
Going upstairs is a very difficult task for me.
Tun, there's a stable.
Yeah, I'll do.
As you head out back, finding yourself a nice little hay area next to the
Me
troll.
pulling out my bedroll to use as a pillow.
As you kind of try getting at well, no, you can't even reach your bedroll because it's on the saddlebags on the side of you. Remember all your.
My bedroll is in my.
Oh.
my
Oh,
flats.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. You kept on. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because I know I can't really reach my back, so all the stuff that I have personally is in my shell.
Yeah.
Where I can stick my head in.
As you kind of pull out the bedroll, kind of cozying up in one of the stalls, the troll next to you, in the stall next over, kind of already snoring loudly. All right, dudes.
The
I'll
last note
pay
reminds me of
and
my
then
brother.
head to bed.
Okay. Yeah, you pay. Well, she didn't ask you guys to pay. You guys are assumedly you just saw Gygax and Melvin head upstairs. So as you put down coin, dude, she seems to look at you with confusion.
Because I'm pretty sure it's already been paid for. It's from the first night.
I look at her and apologize. Sorry, I've had a long day. I take the coin back and put it back in my coin purse.
She just kind of shrugs her shoulders, goes back to cleaning a glass as a couple of customers start coming in and start filling out the room. As you head up, finding yourself in or amongst one of the rooms, each of you having a separate room set aside for you, you start to kind of mellow out for the night. Gygax begins his changing in the night.
It's metamorphosis.
As the night goes, well, go ahead.
Thunk.
Yep.
My bed broke because now I'm twice the weight.
As the night goes on, yes, these sounds of creaking and cracking can be heard. However, as the rest of you don't notice deep in slumber, the night goes on, or what you assume is a night, as it's hard to tell what time being underground. About a few hours pass as you all wake up, and you all find yourselves kind of traveling back into the main inn room. The barkeep Vel and tavern owner, kind of serving out what looks to be different forms of like intellect devourers that have been cooked up and sautéed, to a few mind flayers that are sitting at the tables. Otherwise, it seems generally pretty quiet and quite calm as she brings out a regular dish of roots and fruits and different fruits from the area for you lot sitting it on the table.
Thank you.
She kind of nods at you and goes, you lot, as you hear this in your head, she goes, you lot on that troll quest?
We are.
Tenta nods.
Yeah, have you, did you find that that magic casting troll that got out?
We found a magic caster, but not sure if it's the magic caster.
This one talks a lot. I used to visit the slave pens quite a bit whenever I got the chance. It's fun to poke them with sticks whenever you can get near their cages. Although Zebral's not a big fan of us messing with the slaves. Says something about them being working materials. I don't know. Anyways, one of them, the one that, at least the one I remember that used to be pretty much of an issue, was a caster of some sort. He used to do these weird, like, spells, where he makes things smell pretty or clean himself up. He seemed to be able to do that without issue, or he makes, like, little trees grow in the ground and shit.
No, that wasn't him.
No, we have not met that one.
He goes, anyway, yeah, if you run into him, I recommend killing him fast. He was a smart guy. Seemed to have a real compatriot interest in the other trolls, like real big on his group. Very friendly. Kind of a little fatter, though, than the other trolls. A little bit bigger. I recommend though, y'all are going down there. Be careful. There's 2 mind flayers I heard that went down there the last couple of days that didn't come back. As she kind of turns and heads towards to work with one of the other customers, handing them a couple of servings of some weird purple liquid.
We'll probably do best to remember that.
Tauntaun is thinking, and he wants to head over to a blacksmith.
Gygax, did you get a haircut?
I don't know. I haven't looked in the mirror today.
Something looks different.
I know. Everything seems to have shrunk around here.
She kind of, as you're looking about, with each of you kind of looking, you do notice there is something definitely different about Gygax. You also notice as the barkeep comes, kind of heads up to the stairs a few minutes later, comes down with what looks to be some sort of like little bits of wood and splinters in like a big pile that she seems to be bringing out as she walks by the bar and tosses it. But as you all are staying at or kind of sitting around, anything you'd like? Tauntaun said he wanted to head off. Melvin and Gygax is sticking around, or?
I mean,
I need to go to a store to pick up something I bought, but then we can go.
That's true.
That's true. All right. So as Gygax mentions this, Doots with Tauntaun heading off, Melvin, or how's the party gonna split? Or are you guys gonna all go together?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Gygax because I also have items I need to get.
Okay. All right. Tauntaun and Doots.
Well, because that shop that they're going to can make stuff, right?
Magic items, yeah. There is a smithy in town called Thundertooth, though.
Yeah, I want to head to Thundertooth.
Okay. Doots, what about you?
I will go to the magic shop and check the wares.
Is all the troll trunks cleaned up already?
Yes, they're gone, yeah. If you want to look for them, you can.
And surprisingly, we had a greenish soup for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can I see if there's any chunks laying around?
Yeah. As you and Gygax kind of decide to head out the back. Wait, so Doots, you said you are going with Melvin and Gygax, or are you going with Tauntaun? Or off on your own, sorry.
I'm going with Melvin and Gygax.
Okay.
I'm going with them to the magic shop.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, as Melvin and Gygax and Doots, you kind of head out the back following where you had seen the big troll come last time, as Tauntaun kind of heads out the front door to going off on his own. You all three kind of come to the back, seeing what looks to be a large bin that's has like the burning mark on it, set for fire. As you see a bunch of pieces of troll meat from yesterday that Tauntaun had puked up, still laying in the pile. About roughly almost 2 trolls worth of flesh in there.
Do you guys think that the armor maker or magic person could use a chunk of troll flesh to make armor?
Maybe.
I mean, if so, it's never ending technically.
Yeah, but you got the issue of it regrowing an entire new troll.
Well, you can always ask him.
Well, I figured since we were here, I'd take a little chunk to them, but I don't want to do that if they can't use it. I also don't have anything to cut a chunk off, so I would need some help with that.
Not wanting to tear into it with your own teeth, looking at the fluids still covering it, the stomach acid.
We can at least take a piece to go and check, and should it be useless, we'll just come back and throw it back in the fire.
Bin, it's not currently on fire.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Melvin, are you gonna try and just grab one of the pieces out of there that are attached, or are you gonna, or is someone gonna cut the piece off?
Like smaller pieces?
You do see the arm from the other day. Looks to have been pretty mangled. You probably tear it off at the joint if you get lucky enough. But that seems to be the smaller pieces. Most of them seeming to be. You've got a whole backside, a whole ass in there, a couple of legs.
I will take the whole ass.
Okay. It's 50 pounds.
A prime cut there.
And you pull it out, smelling very much like Tun and pastries. You kind of pull it out, slightly covered in something red that you realize is the jam from the previous pastries that Tun had eaten. Pulling it out, you take it with you as you head further into the city. Gygax and Dutz, are either you taking any troll meat or are you going to leave it be?
I'm gonna leave it be.
I'm not taking any.
Okay, making sure. All right, as the three of you head into the city back towards the Listening Knife Saddler, as you arrive, you see the Thrycreen 4 working about the shop. Still bright purple carapace as he kind of smiles. He looks like he's hammering up some nails onto some boards to block up the windows as he sees you lot coming down the street and goes, "Ah, my favorite friends," that you hear in your mind. "The giant one-eye and the treasure chest."
I fly straight up to the counter and drop the big troll ass onto it, and just think, could you attach that to the cloak to make it a little more padded, or would that be a bad thing?
Yes, easily. Would you like that just sewn on whole, or would you like it to do something?
Well, I just figured kind of like armor padding. Definitely not sewed on whole, because I don't want a troll growing onto my cloak.
Oh, you mean like, use the leather to make, I thought you just wanted me to attach it to the cloak and give yourself a troll butt. Okay, that makes more sense.
That is pretty funny, but I don't know that would be very useful.
Troll ass is actually the best quality of leather you can get around here. I think I can do something with it. I'll have to talk to Chalk down the street at the smithy later, but we can put something together with it. I can make some regenerative leather armor, though it's about 3,000 gold pieces to do that. It's not cheap to do troll leather, because the problem is you have to enchant it with magic to keep it from regenerating a whole body, instead just at most regenerating the armor pieces. But the nice thing is the armor never breaks down and it can't be destroyed.
And are you able to make that into something somebody, more magic inclined like myself can wear?
Do you want like a cloak or something to put on? Yeah, I can put something together. Can you wear light armor?
I didn't know if you could just put it on the Cloak of Eyes that you were working on.
Well, I could remake the Cloak of Eyes using this leather. It would take another day or two to do it. I'd be happy to either refund you the price tag or just add what you've already paid on the current, which was looks about and goes, I believe this was, 2,000 gold pieces? No, he kind of looks about, how much should I charge you? As he kind of flips through his book for a minute.
For that, I believe I paid 5 platinum.
He nods, fine, 10 platinum for it as far as it goes, so another 5 platinum up front.
Just drop the platinum down.
He kind of looks at you, kind of with actual shock, clearly being as the smell around you as the pheromones slightly change from this creature, and he goes, I didn't expect you to actually. Oh, okay, sure, all right, I'll have this done. He kind of puts the troll butt down below the shelf and
honest,
goes,
I've lived in caves my whole life. I don't know the financial price of anything.
Hey, I was born a week ago. Don't feel bad. Anyways, let's.
I like you. I think your name is gonna be Butch.
Butch?
I don't know. It just sounds right.
Yeah, looks at it. Butch. Like Butcher? I could deal with that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He kind of rubs his chin for a minute and goes, "You know what?
Give it a name.
You're
It's
right.
free.
I don't need a hive queen if I'm gonna take a name like that."
I prefer the name Cassidy.
Butch Cassidy?
He goes, "I like the mixed. You know what? I could free my brethren and give them names, actually. and we
One
could get out of
fine, The
here.
other one bans.
You might want to be careful not to, get yourself removed from the world, though.
No, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I've got this. It kind of looks about. The mind flare would never. Mind flares would never notice me. And as he says that, suddenly you watch as the light in this creature's eyes go completely out. A few seconds later, a second purple carapist, Thrycreen, comes walking through the door and goes, "Ah, hello. We're gonna be, that gentleman is no longer currently, going to be running this shop. You may call me Four."
Hello, Thor. I expect to have my item tomorrow.
Ah, yes. He kind of looks at kind of picks up the book from the dead body, like flips it and goes,
Like it
Yeah.
completely didn't happen.
Yeah, I was waiting for Robert just to name him again.
He kind of looks. He goes, "I will have these done for you tomorrow. As for your item, the hooked butt plugs.
Yes, it should be done today.
You ordered them in copper, correct?"
Yes.
He kind of goes. He pulls them out and go onto the table and sets them down and goes, "Now you know that you're not supposed to put these anywhere that's hot, warm, or like extremely heated. Ice also can cause it to be dented, which will make the seal ineffective. Do you need a demonstration on how to use it, or what do you understand?"
No, I think I know how to use this. Thank you.
Well, there's a dead body you could get a demonstration on.
No, I don't need a demonstration. I understand the process with this. Thank you.
So it goes, "All right, into your leather or your leather cloak of eyes. I shall have that to you by tomorrow, as you said. Yes." As the Thrycreen looks like it's getting acquainted with all the tools and items, looking about. Why is there troll's butt down here? And why does it smell of strawberry?
The troll butt's going to be made into armor on the cloak of eyes that was made.
The creature pops its head back over the desk and goes, "You have a fine taste. Ass armor is in this month." As the Thrycreen kind of
craze.
looks over at Doots and goes, "Have you been helped?"
Oh, they took on.
No, not yet. I'm just merely browsing.
Browsing. Are you also interested in getting a butt plug?
No, that is not for me.
No, of course it's not for you. It's for the spiders.
Yes, for the spiders. And
Oh.
any other poor sap that you decide to shove that up.
The Thrycreen looks at you and goes, "Not up. Technically, the way the anus on most mammalians work is it technically starts at a horizontal ratio, is my recommendation."
But things are usually taller than I am, so it is up.
That's fair. I do recommend, don't use the tongue. I don't recommend putting your tongue anywhere near the creature's, the business end of the creature. Big surprises. Four down there at one point learned that in the unfortunate way. But
Why
you
would I
said
use my tongue in a fight?
you don't. Interesting. So he was. I will make sure to let him know that as he writes. You see, the Thrycreen starts jotting down notes.
I look back and forth at Gygax and the item he just got, and just. I also don't think you should stand underneath people if you pull it out.
I don't get it.
The Thrycreen just looks at you and goes, "True, violent blood coming soaking down on you from that end is not going to be a pleasant experience, plus the smell will be horrendous. But, if I may," as he turns to Doots, "what were you interested in?"
You wouldn't happen to have something to help with persuasion, say a circlet of persuasion?
That's a big ask for something of this sort in this day and age. You understand, it's not easy these days to get magic grade of that level. Kind of takes for a second. He starts digging through his catalog. I would not say that I would carry something like that necessarily, but if I was to say carry something of the sort, I'd say it'd go for around 7,000 gold pieces if you might be interested in, or all of the platinum you have in your pockets. He kind of gives a wry look to you.
Would I... So... Can I sense motive to see if that's an accurate pricing?
Yeah, go ahead and roll sense motive. You can also try an appraise check if you want to see if you can figure out an item's value. Item mark.
Can I appraise it afterwards?
Yes, you can.
Or do I have to choose?
No, you can do it, yeah.
For the sense motive... I got a 9. I rolled low.
Let me roll
And for the appraise, I got a 3.
He seems to be somewhat telling the truth about the price. And when you start to appraise it, you actually get the sense that he's giving you a deal.
Dude's about to come in here and fuck up the relationship we've built.
Would you mind if I tried it on? I just want to see if it fits.
I know how this item works, good sir. I crafted it myself, so before you try and sway me with your sweet words, you will have to pay an upfront fee for the item. Either you pay or you not get the item.
Oh no, I never intended to try and sway you out of that with the item equipped, of course.
Give me a bluff check.
I wasn't bluffing.
Oh, okay.
I'm being honest.
Okay, I was gonna
I
say.
don't know. You sounded like you were bullshitting. That's for sure. I would never.
That's the point of my tone.
He looks at
That's
you
the point of my character's voice.
and just goes, "So are you buying or are you just watching?"
I'll buy it.
7,000 gold pieces, please.
I pull out
Which-
250 platinum pieces.
Now he did say, or all the platinum in your pockets.
Yep. As you do, he looks at it and goes, "God, you're really just dirt poor, aren't you? I thought you'd have more given these two. I kind of feel bad. And he looks at it, kind
Would you like to give me a
He's gotta
discount?
keep his word, right? That's all the platinum in his pockets.
he kind of pulls it out and goes, "Well, I don't want to end up like 4, so here." He takes the platinum.
Quick, give him a name. Make him rebel.
And he goes, I'm not happy about it, but if our great leader finds out that I am gypping his guests, I don't want to. And he looks down at the dead Thrycreen on the floor, and then looks back at you and goes, "I'll just take it out of my pocket."
Thank you for this fine dealings.
And he kind of nods, and like you can see the annoyance on his face at the realization that the Thrycreen ripped himself off. And it looks over, shaking his head as you two, I assume, dudes, you're not going to push your luck and try and get another item.
No.
Alright. As you two, or as the three of you can finish up your shopping, ton, let's jump over to you. As you head further into the city, walking about, having a good time. It's a good day.
Fucking great time. I'm so happy right now.
As you do so, you kind of heading down, smelling the sweet treats. You fall down the side street, coming across the very large and open forge that has been set up. A very small, strange central object has been put at the center of the little smithy. It looks to be like almost as if it has a large tube sticking out of a forge that has a purplish liquid that every once in a while you can't help but notice like little like faces pop up and look like they're like trying to get your attention as they dissipate back into the liquid. Not like physical bodies, but like as if the liquid forms a face in its shadows. But as you walk up the very open forge with different little smaller mind flayers that look to be somewhat kind of dwarfed in size, walking about, working and hammering away at things, one comes over looking to be slightly frog-faced and a little bit of scales on him with big bright yellow eyes, a very large like fin on the back of his head, looking similar to a murloc.
Hello there. My name is Tunathy Tunberton, and I request goods to be made for me for combat reasons.
He kind of takes a second and goes, as you hear in your head, Chuck can do that. And he kind of like hands you a piece of piece of leather and a pen or some ink and a feather and hands it to your mouth and like just stares at you.
Fantastic. Who is Chops?
Chuck.
Who is that?
He points to himself.
Ah, hello, Chuck.
And he looks at you again and just nods and goes, and then points to the piece of leather. As he continues to insist on holding out the feather towards you.
Ah, I see.
Design.
Not right. Oh yes. So I'm gonna have to talk to you. So you see my mouth? Yes.
He kind of like starts putting his slimy webbed hands all over your face, like feeling it, touching it. You feel this weird wet liquid kind of like go down the side of your cheek as he kind of like pulls his hands away and then wipes his hands off, and then nods.
So I was thinking of having a weapon that encase like a metal beak that I can, put on and off, kind of like armor, but like brass knuckles for my face.
He kind of takes the pen and starts designing looking like a very sharpened beak with little spikes that go out to the front to allow for ramming. And then he looks at you again and goes, and then starts drawing again. Then kind of draws your face a little fatter, making the changes on the shape and design of it to make it a little bit bigger. And he kind of turns, looks at you again, and then makes you a little bit fatter once more. Puts a little portion on the bottom of your mouth as well too, for looks like a piercing knife that comes out of it. And then he looks at you again and then kind of nods and goes, and then he like taps the leather towards you.
I like your designs. They are quite good.
And Chuck just kind of nods up and down excitingly.
So, how much and when will it be done?
You see the body kind of straightens suddenly, the face kind of formates a little bit better and looks a little bit more mind flares, the brain pan starts to grow, the blue scales turn to purple, and the body kind of, as it straightens itself out, you suddenly hear in your mind, well, if I had to charge, I would say you look like someone who's well off. Looking you up and down, your saddlebags speak of wealth, your capability in combat, as I see you, looks to be quite high. Are you, by chance, the man turtle that is
What is a man?
being taken in by my our great leader?
I believe so. Yes, your leader did hire me and my companions to fight the trolls in the depths of your caves and caverns alike.
And you see him kind of breathe in through his nose and then like spits off to the side. You watch the spit kind of catching your attention off to the side as it starts to burn the metal it touches, slightly making it smoke. And he goes, 10 platinum pieces, and I'll have it done by the end of the day.
I think that is a fair bargain, my good sir. Give me 1 second, as Tuntun's head disappears into a shell. Reappears.
As it reappears, the Murloc, the short blue Murloc, is back, standing in front of you with its hand held out as she takes the gold or the platinum from you. The head, the other hand, kind of like slowly starts to rub your head. The dampness of the hand once again being notable as it pulls away and kind of nods and then turns and starts hammering away and screaming at the top of its lungs as it yells at the metal and the forge. The forge itself starting to light up and little bits of smoke coming out of it. These like sounds of screams seeming to pour out of the forge itself as the purple smoke escapes.
Thank you very much. I shall return. And Tuntun departs, going to the magic shop to meet up with his companions.
Yeah. As a lot of you kind of find yourselves coming together towards the main street, the market, the open market, where a few Thri-kreen now seem to be yelling and shouting. Other Thri-kreen seem to be coming in and talking and negotiating. A few Mind Flayer guards walking about. Otherwise, the town seems to be pretty much pretty lively, but overall seems to still kind of give you a lot your space and your privacy anytime you're walking about, as you find yourselves in this very open and bright market.
Tuntun will mindlessly meander. Well, not mindlessly, but just wander.
Okay. Any of the rest of you want anything to do while you've met up?
Yeah, I'll kind of examine and wander.
Okay. You lot start kind of walking around the town. Some of the Thri-kreen seem to be excitingly joking about this and that. One of them talking about some guy that got eaten or got killed after he got a name. Someone else saying that Butch is a cursed name to have. You
Butch
know.
Cassidy.
Only caught Butch for this Thri-kreen. Another Thri-kreen, as you lot are walking about, seems to mention something about a female morph troll getting out.
As I hear the note about Butch, I'm like, okay. In my notebook, I write Butch bad.
All right.
Man, poor Butch. He deserved it.
Yeah, as you look about, you hear more trolls talking. One of them, Thri-kreen, one of the Mind Flayer guards walking by, seems to mention something about a delivery of Hydras being sent to the Frost Giants. Otherwise, there's not much going on. Many of the shops seem to be lively, but overall, nothing. Mostly mundane items, kind of being sold. Nothing that catches your attention.
Oh,
If everyone has everything prepped, would we like to make our way back down to the tunnel?
Okay, I'm good.
Ready when you are, boss.
I look at
Tuntun like thinks a little bit because his stuff is being made, but Tuntun's like kind of like what could go wrong?
I mean, Tuntun, if you would prefer to wait until your thing is done, we can.
Tuntun. Tuntun.
I'm a sense mode of that.
You can hear his head. Can hear him speak in his head in the city. So while you're at least walking in the town, you can hear Tuntun.
Actually?
Yeah. You guys are psionically linked when you're in the town. Yeah.
See, I was under the impression that it was all separate links to the Mind Flayers and not like a
That's how I
combined.
was too.
Nope. That's why I kind of pointed out first session that you guys could hear each other. So.
Well, my compatriots, I did not realize that I could communicate with you via my mental capacity. My piece of equipment is currently being constructed as we speak in the forges of this this grand city. We could go down and slaughter more trolls. However, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we could wait for my equipment to be finished tomorrow.
I do have a butt armored cloak that I'm waiting on too.
Ah, so our goals
Thanks for that,
aligned then.
Don, by the way.
What?
The troll butt that you threw up, I got it turned into a cloak.
I don't remember throwing up a troll butt.
No, you did. We were there.
I
saw
remember
it
throwing
firsthand.
up about 2 pieces of the recently devoured trolls.
Tun, when you got punched, you did throw up almost all the trolls you'd been chewing on.
Oh, you see, when I threw up, I thought I heard a mystical voice in my head say I only threw up about 2 things.
No,
But
2
I'm
whole
sorry.
corpses worth of troll. But because you were throwing up chunks of them. Like, they hadn't reformed the full body yet, so you had basically thrown up 2 full-grown ones, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I was under the impression that the 2 whole corpses meant like the 2 pieces that became.
No.
corpses.
Yeah,
Not
just...
up, so I was like, okay, 2 of the 9 have been thrown up. Okay.
Yeah,
That
for
is
reference,
a lot more clear. Thank
dead
you.
troll bodies can only regenerate as long as they have material to regenerate off of, so the body will eat the muscle and fat that it has remaining to regenerate itself more and more, which means that once that runs out, it stops regenerating.
Okay. Yes, of course. Well, I guess you could do that. By the way, I mean, I don't know. I've never... These trolls, they smelled so nice. I don't know what came over me. They were just... I wouldn't say they're the most delicious tasting pastries, but they were pastries I don't understand. Dudes, my fair companion that grew off my back. What could... Is this something mental? I do not know. What could have happened?
It was my magic. And for your safety, I will not be doing it again.
You made the trolls smell like pastries?
Yes,
To get me to eat them?
indeed. I wanted to bolster your chances of
To be fair, I ate one and
landing
it didn't
said
smell
bite.
like pastries.
I cannot believe you would do this to me, my friend. I cannot believe you.
I do apologize.
You would do such a heinous thing as to tarnish the flavor and the name of pastries on such a dirty
You guys
creature.
gotta eat though, Tauntaun.
Such as...
I mean,
I will admit I was very full. You would be correct. I wasn't very hungry afterwards.
If you
But I
if you'd like,
suppose
I
we
will
could
buy you some
take-
more pastries.
I think that would, I would never turn my nose to a good pastry. So I accept. And if the rest of the party wishes to rest for tomorrow so we get our equipment, or we can go in, as the kids say, balls deep into the caverns.
No, they don't, Tun. You've never heard this phrase in your life. You've just made this up. But if no one's willing to sense motive on that, you all think he's being truthful. Yeah, he's-
I don't know what he's
Sense
talking about.
motive right
True.
now.
forgetting
That's for
that they
fair
can
guy
hear
guys.
his thoughts go. You know,
How
I'm
deep
a
do
kid
balls
and I've
go?
never said that.
I got a
Don't
13
forget, I'm literal
on a sense
minded.
motive.
yeah, that's true, Gygax. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I asked, how deep do balls go?
Never mind, that was a search.
I do not know, it's what the kids say. I am simply 1 year old.
Wait, dude, did you
I
say
am too.
you were gonna sense motive him? Wait, what?
So I accidentally. Yes, I accidentally searched and got a 13. I sense motive. I got a 21.
Well, what's your sense motive modifier?
My sense motive modifier is a +5.
So what'd you roll on that 13? Was it just a 13 plus something, or is it?
That was it altogether.
Okay. All right.
So
Yeah, as you kind of like think for a minute, you've heard the term or the balls deep terminology. Well, you're not familiar or don't recognize the terminology that Tun's referencing it in. But the way Tun makes it sound, you could see that being something at a brothel. Could be something. You're not 100% sure if he's telling the truth or if he's talking out his ass.
now I'm concerned that
Talking
Tuntun
out
has
of my
been to a
past, Rick.
brothel.
Yeah. Hey, you know, turtles gotta fuck too. No, but
Nice.
as you lot kind of like contemplating this, what's the plan? Are you guys gonna stay in town for one more night to get all your gear and then head out, or do you plan to go straight for the fight?
I think it'd probably be best we're as well equipped as possible before we go in
Okay.
to a threat.
I'm
I
sure
want
my
to-
body
I
would
want to wander
appreciate
this city.
with the
I think it is great to
spider
fight.
bite holes still
Yeah.
fairly fresh, I'm sure.
All right.
Oh, by the way, dudes, my companion, would you mind getting all of the spider webs off me? I still have a bunch over my shell.
Oh yeah, sure thing. I'll remove the spider webs.
Okay. Yeah, tearing it off, tossing it to the side. It doesn't take you very long to tear it off with Tuntun kind of being willing to talk and helping out. But as you lot kind of begin to walk about, is there anything else you'd like to do in town, or are you just gonna wait till the next day? Just for reference.
I'll send you something.
Okay.
Ooh, can I go to the smith?
Yeah. Easily. Dutz and Tuntun and Melvin, I assume, are gonna follow along after, unless they have something they would like to do. Melvin typing something, so I'll give him a minute. But Tuntun or Dutz?
I'll follow Gygax.
Okay.
I was just there. I wish to peruse the market, even though there is mundane items here. Perhaps there will be a diamond in the rough.
Okay. Alright, as Tuntun is going to stick with the party, Melvin, real quick. Oh, you're still typing. I'll give you a minute. Alright. Do you plan?
But
Yeah.
I will go to the item shop to pick that up
Okay.
if that's
Oh,
the plan.
No, it's just if you're gonna go with Gygax to go to the smithy, or if you want to go with Tuntun to peruse the market, or if you just kind of want to go do your own thing.
Yeah, Melvin would break off to the side.
Okay. All right, we'll come back to you in a minute. All right. Starting off with Dutz and Gygax. As you lot head towards the smith, not too hard to find as you turn back towards the direction that Tuntun had come up from. Down one of the side roads, very wide road that opens up with more merchants that seem to be walking about. The very open smithy that is Thundertooth seems to almost easily be spot as you walk over. Seeing a few other little murloc creatures running about. The larger purple one with a very large forehead seems to kind of straighten there with a straightened back. Kind of looks over at you lot, kind of walking over, seeming to recognize you lot or you two. Comes up to you both and goes, I've met you both before. My name is Chuck. This is Thundertooth, and I believe you've stopped in before, or has that not happened yet?
I've never been here before
Ah,
that I know of.
have you
It's
not
happened?
have you not slain the dragon yet? Yeah, it looks.
No, I don't recall slaying any dragons.
Ah, all right. Then it hasn't happened. Nothing to worry about. What can I do for you both? Good chest and person.
Dudes, you want to go first?
I think Dude's had to step away for a family. Oh, there he is.
You know, I had to step away for a second. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so I can change shape, but I would like to have some armor that can flex with me.
Do you have any more of troll, or actually better if you can bring me troll skin of any kind, I can make you something that can flex with you. It'll regenerate as you tear it, and as you grow, it'll naturally shape to your size. The only thing is, if it's ever has its enchantment removed, it will start growing a troll around you.
How much would that cost, roughly?
If you can bring me the materials, I'm willing to do it for cheap. I charge between 10 to 50 platinum pieces, depending on the enchantments you might want.
Okay, I'll be right back. I immediately turn around and run back to the inn, looking for the pile of troll parts.
easily managing to run down there with the body parts in the big bin. There's a couple of chunks as you get down there. A leg that's managed to get half of its hips regenerated. Another leg that's like halfway up the calf, but it only has the foot. A full torso with no arms and slightly the portion of the V-cut muscles, the lower abs, regenerating. One head that's sitting there looking very shocked, and as well as one piece that has an arm and half a torso is completely made.
How much would all of that weigh?
In total, about 400 pounds with the dead weight. Each piece, if you really worked at it, you could probably get it down to where you're only carrying about 100 pounds for one of them, or 50 pounds if you for the two smaller pieces.
I go find the bar lady.
Yeah, going in, she seems to be working with one of the customers as you run in. She kind of looking over it, seeing you walk in, kind of stops and finishes pouring the drink for the person, and turns back to you and goes, "Can I help you, mister?"
Yes, ma'am. The troll that was here yesterday that
Pump
made the turtles sick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Can I borrow him, please?
Pump is an employee. If he's willing to take your work, you are welcome to take him with you. He's in the stables asleep.
Okay, I go to the stables. Thank you.
You turn running through. You see as the large troll's kind of curled up under a very small horse blanket, sucking on his thumb, kind of quietly snoring.
What was the troll's name again?
Pump.
Pump?
Mm-hmm. P-U-M-P.
Okay, I go over to him. Pump.
He kind of looks at you and kind of just like lets out a loud belch, and then kind of quiets down as he looks at you.
I would like to hire you to carry troll parts for me.
Money?
Yes.
Rolls up the blanket and then kind of comes out, stretches for a minute, and then just starts following you.
So I go to the troll parts, I point at them. Can you pick all of those up at once and follow me?
Okay, leans down, and he picks up the large iron bin that you listen to as it cracks and screeches against the ground, pulling the ground up with it. He picks it up entirely, leaving a small indent, and then looks at you and nods.
Okay, and I start leading him to the door.
All right. As you do, Doots, you are left with Chalk as he's kind of standing there. You just watch as Gygax runs down the street. The Chalk kind of looks at you and goes, "And may I be of help for you?"
Unfortunately, I just happen to be a little light-pocketed at the moment, so there's nothing I can do.
Well,
thank you, though.
Please stand over there with the other broke people, as he points to a couple of the other people, like, standing about 20 feet from the shop watching him work.
How'd your day?
He just kind of ignores you as he turns and walks away.
I stand on the outside of the shop.
Yeah, as you do so, you see him go back in and working. A few moments go by as you start to feel the ground rumbling in the distance as you look down the road and see the very large troll who's towering over the buildings coming jogging behind Gygax with the very big iron bin, little chunks of dirt falling off every once in a while. As he kind of stops for a second, one of the pieces falls out and he kind of leans over, picks up, puts it back in, and starts jogging again. As he finally gets up there, the Chalk kind of comes walking over, looking at you, Gygax, and goes, "I am not going to carve up Pump. That is not allowed. It is ridiculous that you'd even think we'd use him."
No. Pump, can you put the container down, please, now?
He just belches once more, letting out mightily, roaring across, and sets the thing down and just kind of nods. I hand Pump a platinum piece. Thank you. Takes it and is he kind of gingerly takes it from you as he pinches it and looks at it, and he goes, "Oh," and he starts kind of holding it in front of himself as he turns and walks back towards the inn. Chalk kind of looks down and seeing now the big bin full of troll parts and goes, "Tell you what, you let me keep the troll parts. I'll make this item for you. 5 platinum pieces.
No. So there is way more part skin or troll skin here that I will possibly need. So I will give you all the rest of the troll skin at you making the armor for me at half cost, 5 platinum pieces, 6 at most because I might want to spell on it, and then all the rest of the parts I'm selling to you because I want Doots to have the money.
God, he kind of you hear him grumble under his voice for a moment. He takes a second and goes, market price on a living troll is 1,000 gold pieces. Most I'll give you is 500.
Doots, you got 500 gold pieces.
That's per body a chunk that he is not going to use, as he kind of starts adjusting. So he hands you 1,500 gold pieces. And takes the rest of the pieces out of the bin and starts, like, dragging them over, chopping them up, and begins to, like, tan them as he does so.
How much protection would this give me?
He kind of looks about it and goes, He kind of thinks for a second. I can get you something that'll make you poison resistant to troll poison, like the blood and stuff. Otherwise, it'll act similar to what leather armor would be. I can enchant it up to a +1 or +2, but that's expensive. It's about 2,000 gold pieces for a +2. And to increase the basically making the durability stronger on the armor, making it harder for you to get hit. Unless you're wanting some potion effect on it, which at that point I'll have to buy the potion wholesale, which means I'll be paying half price for it. What do you, So as far as it goes, I can pretty much do that unless you've got something in mind for an enchantment.
No, I'm just looking at it now. So you basically said leather quality armor?
Yeah.
How about studded leather?
I can do that with the bone bits. It won't... Hell, as far as it'll go, it'll cost you the 6 platinum pieces since I'll have to add to a little bit more work to it.
Okay. 6 platinum pieces and it'll be done tomorrow?
I'll have it done by before you leave town.
Okay.
Kind of looks about and goes, if you need anything else or you get any more troll bits, you come to me first. Kind of starts breaking out the big butcher knife as he slams down into one of the arms, chopping it clean off.
Thank you, Chuck. I'll see you tomorrow.
As you say his name, you hear a giggle. Kind of as you two head off, Tun heading down the main road, you see a couple of Thri-kreen kind of passing by. Oh, well, I just realized Tun just said he'd be a bee. Never mind. Jumping over to Melvin. Melvin, yeah, if you want to go ahead and... Do you have a craft for trap making? Or...
I do.
Yeah, so that would be a craft check. As you kind of head off.
22.
22. Yeah, finding some more minor spider bits here and there, only costing you a little bit of coin. You managed to start working on putting together what looks to be a little button in the center where a foot can hit as a pressure plate, and with two stingers of the fangs from the spiders that will basically inject as you step on it, you create what is, basically a spider mine. And I'll give you the notes for that later. But as you do so, with Tun heading into the town, are you back, Tun, or no? No. Okay. As you lot kind of head about, exploring the town, checking out everything, the day continues on as you guys return back to the inn to spend the night relaxing, enjoying yourselves, and such. And that's where we're going to end session today, with you lot heading out to the shop next session, getting your stuff, and then getting ready to leave town. Thank you all for those who've watched. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you all next time.